Hello, everybody. Welcome to our 4th episode of DTIYDK. Don't talk if you don't know. A TFT podcast dedicated to dissecting and breaking down all things high-level teamfight tactics. And this week, we have a special episode. It's the night before the North American Regional Finals. And our special guests, alongside my co-host Bryce Blum, is Cloud9's k3soju and Team Liquid's Robinsongz. Let's go ahead and get some intro welcome from Bryce. Bryce, how you doing? How's your week? You excited for regionals?
So excited for regionals. The in-houses are like the greatest content ever. It's like a combination of people playing really good TFT, but also like being in calls with each other and shit talking and stuff. So it's really, really fun. I am ready to figure out who's the best player on the server. Let's do this.
All right. We have 2 guests for the first time. It's a little bit unusual, so let's go ahead and welcome in Soju, fresh off his in-houses. Soju, how's it going?
Hello. What's up?
Great.
Hello.
Robin, how are you been doing? It seems like you're having a lot of fun, a lot of smiles. Oh, I'm trying to...
Oh, no, pretty good. No, it's because I just woke up and I thought Soju was in peak form, and then I saw his scores today, and then yeah, it was pretty funny.
One more free top 4 spot.
That's right. Soju, so before we get into the action, usually we just kind of talk a little bit about how people are feeling about the current state of the meta and the patch a little bit. But this is actually a special episode because we're going into regionals. So real quick, how prepared do you feel going into regionals, Soju? Do you feel like the in-houses have been really helpful for you? Because you've been grinding it a lot.
I mean, I thought they were like good yesterday. I was fucking popping off, like average 3. And then now today I averaged 6.5. I don't even know what happened. I didn't like, dude, what? I don't know. I'll play more tonight, and then yeah.
Do you ever study your own VODs? Like, would you ever go back and watch those games back and see if there's stuff you could do differently?
No, I kind of know like what I'm doing wrong. A lot of times it's just autopilot, so I feel like it won't be a big deal.
Okay. Robin, you are the reigning regionals finals champion. Last time we saw an unprecedented, historic first lag first to wrap up the final day. Do you feel a lot of expectation and pressure going into regionals? What's your mindset going into this weekend?
I don't have any. I have pressure about like just like doing well by myself. I actually didn't even think about like people expecting me to do well again. I don't think.
Oh, trust me, no one expects you to do well. Don't worry.
No. Like I don't think anyone expects me to go like 1-1-1 again. So I don't think there's any pressure on that. But yeah, I'm pretty ready. So.
All right. Well, with that, let's go ahead and move on. So that was our first intro segment. We're going to go ahead and move on to the second segment and catch up with everything that's happened since then. So very briefly, we're just going to recap things like the snapshots, which we got to see. Give me a second here. I do everything myself here.
This guy's a one-man production army, beast mode.
So we have the Challenger Series, which Soju competed in and was able to go top 2 with New Battle. Now, Soju, the last game of that last day was pretty intense. What was going through your mind as you were competing for that last spot in regionals?
Oh, I thought it was doomed. Like if you cash out 11 win, you're winning the game.
Your spot was so good too.
But I mean, to be fair, I think so. What happened was he should really like after he cashes out, he really should be hitting people for 20. But the thing is, like he lost a round. He only hits people for like 6 damage, and that completely fucked up my game plan. But it worked out more for him. But either way, I was like, after I died, I was like, oh, it's doomed. But thank God, I think Lucky got me. Like dodge Zephyr, shroud his entire board, Tom Kench Victor. Yeah, I don't know.
Do you feel like the criticisms, people saying like, so people look at this tournament and they say, of course, Nubal and Soju would qualify. Half the lobby is soft. These results don't really mean a lot. You know, it feels like Nubal and Soju should have been qualifying. What do you say when people are like analyzing these lobbies like that? Do you have a response to that?
I mean, I think I don't think the best player doesn't always win the tournament. Like, dude, it's like so little games. I think the players are definitely weaker than me and Nubal. I think Nubal is better than me right now, but I can just hit better augments, and I can easily outplace him at regionals. But
Sure.
But I think it's worth noting there aren't that many people who are capable of outplacing regionals right now, right? Like for example, you could run back the Inno Cup or a bunch of times, or the Challenger Series, and you could finish ahead of Nubal, but like most of the field couldn't. I think he's actually very insuperior.
Yeah,
At
I
least
mean, I
half the
think
ga-
I
at
think there
least
was a
half that
really
field.
yeah, I think there's a big skill gap. But I mean, like for that tournament, like Nubal just took off set 6, and like if I played 3 more games per week, I would have taken the snapshot slot over Milk. Because Setsuko made it through MSI, I think. And then if I wasn't playing Valorant, if I gave a single fuck about the Mickey Mouse tournaments, like I would have made it to regionals. Like it's not like I'm not good enough to be at regionals, but if I didn't make it to regionals from this tournament, I don't think it's like fair to be like, oh, this guy's so bad he can't even qualify in this field. Because it's
really fast. Can we just reflect on the irony of the fact that you're calling like all the other tournaments Mickey Mouse turns, but you thought Challenger Series was lit, but the only reason Challenger Series was lit is because you treated the earlier tournaments like Mickey Mouse tournaments, right?
No,
Like...
I mean Challenger Series was good because like when I'm playing, I feel like when you win, you're playing for the slot. Whereas the other ones, you are playing for the slot, but you're not really. Like
it's just not immediate. It's not immediate, so it doesn't.
It's not immediate. It's not
there's
just like
a fallback. If it doesn't go well, there's the next thing. The next thing you can still qualify.
Yeah, so I was just like, oh, like even though I went last place of every qualifier, who cares?
It's like procrastinating.
Right back. Yeah, like it's just procrastinating. But it's like, and then at the end, I was like, oh wait, shit. Like, but like, yeah, I think next set, the format will be better. So the tournaments feel like they actually matter.
Robin, that's actually a really funny analogy, procrastination, because I think that's exactly what it is, right? He's like, I will qualify, so I just like if my back's against the wall, the last thing, it'll be fine.
It's like I'm gonna qualify anyways. I'm just not gonna try this one. I'm not gonna try this one. I'm not gonna try this one. It's like oh fuck, I need to try this one.
Yeah, and I was like, fuck, I can't qualify. I started off day 1 with like 7-7. I'm just like, oh.
Yeah,
well, you made it through. You made it through. I think you knew your back was to the wall, and it made it a really dramatic finish. Robin was co-streaming, which was pretty fun. But after Soju claimed the last spot, we had the snapshots be determined by Goose and Voidson. Voidson gets the spot because Ramkev chose to decline his regional spot, and so Voidson will be joining us. And so with that, we are done with the bench stuff. Let's go ahead and actually get to the real meat of what this podcast is, which is the rankings. Now, for people, this is your first time because maybe a lot of people haven't watched this podcast. We basically try to do tier list and power rankings every single episode of the current state of North American players. But for this episode in particular, we want to challenge Soju and Robin to build their 1 to 24. That's right, we're going to have them go down the list of all the players and try to rank them from 1 to 24. And we're going to have a list pop up on screen. We put the player list on the right. Can you guys see this the screen? Just look at the stream. I put all 24 players, and Soju and Robin are going to make their list. At the end of it, Bryce and I already prepared our 1 to 24. We're going to compare and contrast, and then chat will vote who has the better list through a poll. I think I have one mod, because I don't really have this many viewers. I have one mod, so Johnny, please put a poll at the very end. Which poll does chat like better? Between Soju and Robin or Bryce and Frodan, aka players versus the casters. So,
we won.
Bryce, I'm going to need you to help lead this segment here while I do some production elements, so take it away.
Yes, I got you. Okay, so you guys have to kind of collaborate on this. So you just start talking about, like, this is in alphabetical order, obviously, so you can start talking about, like, who you think is best and kind of discuss and debate. Obviously, we can move them around as we go, but try to kind of lock it in tiers if you can.
All right.
Okay.
All right, we got 24 or what?
No.
Do you want to just start with
one's probably easier.
Like,
I mean,
let's start with names that I think.
Who do you think is the best though? I think Nubal.
Who's the best? I think it's Nubal. Agreed.
Number 1. Okay. Nubal number 1
too. It's not even because he's farming the Challenger Series. No. It's the in-houses, dude. I don't know what the fuck's going on.
Yeah,
we're playing a different game.
You went on a rant at the as he was dominating the Challenger Series. You were like, he's the best player in the world, and I was actually on Robin's stream. We were talking. I was like, I don't know if this means he's the best player in the world. It's a pretty soft field. But now I'm like, okay, he might not be the best player in the world because I don't study the other regions enough to be able to say that confidently, but he's the best player on the server, for sure.
I also think Setsuko and Spencer are like really smart players. So I think they're like in the top 5 probably. But I feel like a lot of players are in the top 5.
Yeah, I
don't know how you feel.
I put Setsuko number 2, just from in-house scores plus solo queue ranking.
I'm down for Setsuko too. Also, I don't think Spencer gives a single fuck about the game right now.
So. I get that feeling too.
Yeah,
the man is playing Lost Ark while competing in tournaments, and still actually able to do really well, which is annoying from a commentator's perspective, but also it's a little sad. I want Spencer to care a lot, but it just doesn't feel like he actually has his heart in it right now. What do you think, Bryce?
He definitely doesn't. He's like the least, like I try to talk to players on the side. In general, I do actually do an interview thing for regionals where I ask all 24 players the same set of 5 questions to see their answers. And Spencer historically has given like pretty thoughtful answers to stuff. And I would say he was not super engaged with the process. It was basically like augment diff. I think he really thinks that like augments are like the core issue with the set. And there's just too much variance in them as far as competitive play is concerned. I don't know for sure, but I'm pretty sure.
Can I read you his answers? His one answer. You know which one I'm gonna read.
Yeah, I think that's fine. Technically, I say nothing confidential or everything's confidential. But the whole idea behind that is I'm not gonna like leak the tech. You're not about to leak the tech.
Yes, I'm not about to leak the tech. So Bryce asks, what are the conditions for your success in your game plan? And a lot of people give thoughtful answers. Spencer said conditions for success: high roll items, high roll units, high roll opener, high roll augments, high roll no prismatic lobbies, high roll bugs, high roll fight RNG, high roll mental, high roll tome on neutrals.
That's true.
Tome on neutrals.
Hey, he's not wrong.
Dude, what is your edge? So busted. What is your edge? I pray to Mort Dog every night.
Okay, so this is go through the top 5.
Let's go through the top 5.
Okay.
Dude, it's hard.
Does anyone stand up?
Okay. Does anyone stand out? Dude, this is kind of socks.
I think the next closest is socks and milk.
At 3 and 4.
I would put socks at 3 and Ramblin'. Socks, milk, Ramblin'.
Yeah, I'm down.
Okay, socks. Then milk guy.
Okay, the thing is with milk is every tournament or like every regionals, he's just like, oh, I'm going 8th. I'm going 8th.
Yes.
But like this time, I actually kind of believe him.
Why?
Otherwise, I would put milk at 1. But I actually think because he was like, oh, after we failed regionals, like, do you want to go to Disneyland? But I'm pretty sure socks already, or not socks. I think milk already checked out. But I don't want to count him out. But I think usually I would put milk above socks and Ramblin', but I think milk is probably below. I think Ramblin' is better than socks.
Okay, I'm confused.
But I
New Balls, let's go Ramblin'.
But I also think Spencer is good. So I don't know where to put Spencer because I can't tell based on his motivation.
Let's put Spencer
if he
6.
actually wants to win.
And do you guys want socks at 3, or it sound like Soju might have wanted Ramblin' at 3?
No, it's up to you, Robin. I just think I just listened.
Let's do New Balls. Let's go Ramblin', socks, milk.
Okay, so
Spencer. Okay.
Ramblin's moving to 3, and milk and socks are both moving down 1. So socks goes to 4, milk goes to 5, and then Spencer is 6. Okay, good start.
Okay, our tier list. I'm pretty sure we already won.
Huh?
Are you sure? They do a lot of
ranking.
We do a thorough analysis.
They have a lot of honor reviews.
Bro, I Soju, I'm having deja vu. It was like literally the day before last regionals. You and I did a fantasy draft, and you were like, "I'm pretty sure my tier list is the best," and I was like, "I'm pretty sure I could outdraft you in a heartbeat." And we did that draft on the fly. Remember this? And I won.
Did I lose?
I won because I drafted Robin, and Robin scored more points than.
Okay, well, yeah,
Robin
he also high rolled home every other game.
But wait a second, Soju. If you take Robin off of my team and your worst performer off of yours, I still beat you in points.
Wait, really?
Yes. So I had Hockey Gom. I had Spencer. The only person you had that did well was Milk. And then the only person you had that made day 2 aside from Milk was yourself, and you went 8th on day 2.
Wait, no, I went 5th.
Did you?
Yeah, I was 3rd into the final game, and then I went 7th.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So you had like 2nd and 5th, but then I had like 3 people on the final day.
Whatever.
Okay, I don't think I have a good I don't think I know exactly who's good or not because I don't review their VODs that much. I'm basing this solely from in-house scores and solo queue.
Nantam.
Yeah, I think Nantam's really good.
I'm down for Nantam.
Non-Tom.
Oh, Tom?
Nantam.
I think GV8's good too. GV8's been popping off in in-houses.
Interesting.
Yeah, he has been. But I also think
and he's been playing a lot.
I think that his playstyle is, dude, there's this one game I looked at his board, TG, Sunfire, Zephyr. And the only reason he didn't go 8th is because he got Tiny Titans. I just think it's I don't think he wins enough games. Like sometimes.
Oh, of course not. But
Yeah, his top four is insane, but
he's actually been winning a bunch on in the in-house. If you look at his in-house scores, he was going.
He's been popping off.
He was like going first or eighth a lot in the earlier days, and then recently it's been like first or fifth. He won like 4.
Oh, okay.
Until today, Bryce. He's been going a lot of first and eighth.
Oh, today wasn't good. Okay,
today
okay.
for Goose.
I feel like
the data was yesterday.
I feel like he found his problem. I don't know what it is, but I think he mentioned himself saying that he figured out what he was doing wrong in tourneys. I don't know. These in-house scores, his in-house scores are really good, and he's been grinding. So I think he's pretty good right now, in my opinion.
Yeah,
I think
I think non-Tom is 7.
Okay. Or I'm down for non-Tom 7.
Yeah.
He's been popping off every in-house as well.
Out of curiosity, do you guys think that the meta changed significantly because of the C patch? Or do you think it's basically the same thing?
Oh, I think it's similar.
It's really similar. Okay. It's just Sivir instead of Aurelia. But yeah.
I asked because I think GV8 is like a really, really, really good early patch player. Like if the meta shifts, GV8 it's like always figuring it out because he's so intuitive.
I don't think it changed that much.
Yeah, makes sense. Okay, so non-Tom 7, and are you guys going Goose 8?
No.
We'll hold off on that.
No.
Hold off on that.
So the way Bryce and I looked at top 8, it can influence how you make your choice or not. Is that these are the 8 players going to day 3, like the most likely 8 players to go to day 3 and compete for the world spot. That's how we like to look at it. That's why there's brackets of 8 here, because there's players that get eliminated each day. Who's the most likely to go day 1, day 2, day 3?
Okay, thoughts on Spicy Appies, Soju?
I think he's good, but I think
he's like I feel like he's like a dark horse because he's had the best tournament results, but I don't know. Has he been playing in-houses?
He played a few in the morning for sure.
He played today.
Okay.
It's tough because the in-house because most of you
he played
DJs don't
2
get on
days
until later, and he starts really early.
Yeah, I mean, I can't tell because I'm a firm believer that like when you play like when you played in regionals last set, it's like a different tournament. Like the players actually, you can just tell everyone actually.
Yeah. It's like
the pressure is insane. And I'm not saying he's gonna choke under the pressure, but I think like performances in this set is like whatever. That's my read. That's why I'm putting like the old names as the top, just because I think regionals is a different tournament.
Interesting.
And I think it's unfair because Nubel's like past performances aren't that good, but like Nubel right now
is in peak form.
He is not like we're not playing the same game. Trust me. Like I think there's like the biggest gap. I would be really surprised if Nubel doesn't qualify.
I agree. He doesn't think he belongs at rank 1, by the way. I was like in call with him, like just kind of listening to him and Goobums talk about TFT for a while this afternoon.
He's really humble in general, though.
I mean, I don't think.
No, I think it was genuine. I think it was genuine. I think there are some people that have like the false humility or whatever, but I think he was just like, oh, you should not be ranking me.
Wait, who does he think is rank 1 then? Or is it like not leakable?
He did his list yesterday. I can't remember who it was.
Oh, okay.
Setsuko?
Was it Setsuko, Dan?
Was it? I don't know.
Wow, I hosted that podcast and I don't even remember.
Was it Spencer? I took a picture of it because I remember thinking that it was he like had Noster at like 9 or something.
Oh, it was Milk. It
was Milk 1. It was Milk 1, non-Tom, then non-Tom 2, Setsuko 3, and himself 4.
Oh, okay.
Okay, wait. I'm actually down. Wait, Robin. I'm down to kick Nantam out for me and you.
I was gonna ask
that
next.
I'm not even
Where do you two fit in this picture? Where do you two fit in this picture?
I feel like I'm like middle of the pack, like 8 to whatever or 7. I mean, I'm down, but like I feel like we might lose the poll.
No, we won't. Trust.
Okay.
All right, yeah, okay. I'm 7 though.
Ignore the in-house scores today. Like, don't just pretend like you just woke up and you're just like, all right, time to fucking play some TFT.
All right, I'm down for me 7, you 8.
I'm down for me 7, you 8. I think I'm better than you right now.
No, I'm down for me 7, you 8.
No. I think I'm better than you right now.
No.
No,
I think we're like equal.
Okay, then me 7, you 8 then.
Is there a way we can determine this tiebreaker, Bryce? How do we do a tiebreaker?
You can do Soju / Robin and then Robin / Soju. So it's like both.
Yeah. Just
okay, I'm down. And then Nantam at 9 or Tom?
5 for 7-8.
Okay.
If we wanted to have him decide, I think chat vote would be pretty funny, but Soju has the edge in the chat vote purely because he hosts.
Are you sure?
Okay, you're right. You might be right. Actually, maybe he doesn't have the edge.
No, but today was a fluke. Like I've been playing like a beast for the last 2 weeks.
Yeah,
But today, I don't even know what happened.
It's true.
Like,
It's true. So
I'm so confused. I'm
Bryce, when we were watching Soju stream today, Bryce did the Among Us emergency meeting and said we need to talk about Soju's ranking because we're going to reveal our rankings, and he might be too high right now because his in-houses he is bombing.
But wait a second, you were the one who said it to me first, because I had not watched. I was like doing like hanging with Nubal and Goobens and watching their games today, so I was not watching Soju today, but I had watched him like the past 3 days, and I thought he was in peak form. So
I raised this. I spotted the dead body. You're the one who's like, we need to actually change something. I was okay to send. I was like, it's okay. Like, it's just a few games. Like, it was only like 2 games in when he went like 8-7. I was like, it's fine, whatever. And then Bryce was like, okay, we need to change our rankings. There's a couple of other names I need to shift around. So we moved.
We moved Goobens up too. I think Goobens is starting to look like he's in form.
All right, we have our top 8. We have our top 8. We have our top 8.
Okay.
By the way, you don't have to go 9 to 16. You can also start at the very bottom. You can go to 24.
Yeah, I'm down. I think Solus is definitely near the bottom, but I don't think he's actually at the bottom. I'm not saying he's going 24.
What do you think is at the bottom then?
Dude,
like
I don't
22
know.
or something for now, just so we have a placeholder for Solus down there.
Okay.
Just put Solus 24 for now.
I like it.
I don't
Let's put
know.
Solus 24. I mean, there's players like Void Sin, Vile, Robbie.
Is Roby playing the game? He's been playing in my in-houses, and he's like 100 LP. I don't know if that's his like alt or like
No,
he just stopped playing.
He's been mainly watching and not playing.
But his in-house scores are not bad.
Oh really? I don't know the stats of anything.
They're not bad at all.
It's like it's about middling. It's like some top 2s, a couple top 4s, some bot 4s. That's it.
Yeah, but if you were legit 100 LP player, then there's no way. Yeah, he top 4'd most. He played a bunch of games today. He top 4'd half of them. He got first.
Chat has voted and says Robin will get 7th. Sorry.
See? I have the chat. I have chat advantage.
Okay, just put Robin 7. It's fine. I don't mind. After today's performance, I don't mind.
I feel like looking at in-house performances,
it's not the same.
It's hard to tell. Like, besides Nubal, I feel like Nubal's consistent throughout, but I feel like every other player has had good days and has had bad days.
Fair enough.
Also, there's also Milk just starting Cloak, so his stats are like.
Yes. You tried that a couple times too.
It's. I think it's actually not bad. I was trying to figure out what's better, Tier, Chain, or Cloak. I think Chain's better than Cloak.
I think if you play AD, Cloak is actually not that bad.
I think Tier is complete trash, but I don't know how to play Tier, so that's probably why.
You also ate Glove. You like asked me, and I was like, I think Glove is not terrible.
Oh, I think Glove is trash. In the
Thank you. Ladder for the prices in the back, please.
Glove for stage 2 Glove is bad, but I feel like after that,
stage 3 Glove is really good.
Because I think Glove is startable for Soju specifically because I think he plays like a later oriented game plan. Like he plays for later stages from the very beginning of the game.
I feel like sacking stage 2 though is so risky in tourney.
Yes, it's very because lose streak is even worse this set than most.
It's very inconsistent. I feel like,
which hurts the Spencers of the Milks of the world, right? Like last regionals, loss streak was very very good and in meta when we got there, and it was a huge advantage for Milk and Spencer.
Agreed,
dude. Okay. Every in-house game, I just see Milk like 1 HP, but he just on fire coming back.
Classic.
Okay, I don't know how to rank 9 through 23.
Yeah, this one's hard.
I think Asa is really good.
Yeah,
I think Goobums is good.
Goobums, Aniko, Asa. There's Soap, DQA.
Let's put them in for now, and then you can rearrange.
Oh wait, no, don't put DQA. He's not playing. He's playing Valorant right now.
I'm down to put Goobums at 9.
Okay.
Thoughts? I'm down.
I think Goobums is better than Asa and Aniko.
Is
okay, I'm
down. I don't know how good Dishop is. No, Dishop's pretty good, but wait, who are we missing? Wait, we're missing GVA.
I mean, the problem is I don't have enough stats on, or like I don't really watch a lot of streams, and a lot of these people I haven't played with, so I don't even know. I just know DQA. Spencer told me that he's playing Valorant.
Okay, so you want to put him towards the bottom?
Yeah, I mean, I think DQA is a really good player. It's just I don't think he gives a fuck about Worlds. I think
he's already done that.
That's right.
You got more dogs
to bigger things like college.
All right, let's put DQA like 21.
I'm down.
Okay, DQA in 21st.
And I think Voidsin is probably like 23.
Yeah, I'm down to put Robbie.
And Robbie Van Knob 22.
Yeah,
I'm down.
What about
Actually,
Kivix, dude? This guy's a dark horse. Is he good right now?
Yeah, I can't tell. He hasn't played.
I don't
in
think
my lobbies
Kivix.
either.
Okay, is there a good reroll comp that he's been spamming?
He never spams one. That's kind of his MO. He just rerolls everything. And
Or like
I think some stuff is starting to emerge, right? Like you're seeing like more MF played on the NA server in the last 24 hours than we saw basically the whole set.
Yeah. Quindra.
I thought you said Crinja. Like ninja.
No,
Okay,
Quindra.
do you want to
Ninja
do
back in
Kivix
the
20?
day.
I'm down for Kivix 20.
Kivix
Oh.
20th.
By the way, you did not wind up with Appies anywhere on your list for up top. Just so you know.
Yeah.
It's the only name you talked about that didn't wind up on the list. I just want to make sure I mentioned
And
that.
Goose,
Yeah.
and Goose as well.
Oh yeah, Goose as well. That's a good point. Goose.
I'm down for Abby's 11.
And is Goose
Yeah.
12 or do you want Goose earlier?
I think Goose is later.
Okay.
Really?
I think Abby's.
Top 12.
Wait, I mean,
by
it's
the
up to you,
way.
Robin. I don't want to like fucking.
I think GV8's good right now, but
It's-
you
it's
think he's
better
not
than-
that good. That's what. That's.
I'm
it's
curious.
Like,
I'm
we're
curious.
conflicting.
Just one number. What number would you give him, Robin, and what number would you give him, Soju?
Oh, I would probably give him. I
give
would
him a
probably put him
13.
at like number 9. Honestly.
Okay, 9 and Soju. You said 13.
13, yeah.
So it'd be 11. You can put him 12.
Or like 12. I would give him 12. I would give him
Okay.
12.
And 12 is basically where you start to cut the average player skill. Like, because that's the top 12 and the bottom 12.
And then I think a Nico Dish Soap are like close.
Yep. I'm down.
Okay.
I
Nico.
think. I mean,
Wait,
I don't know
isn't
how much
Nostr-
Dish Soap is playing.
Oh,
I
he plays
would
a
say
lot.
I think Dish
I
Soap
think
is
Playing
high.
a
Yeah.
lot.
No, I
I
play
think
Dish
Dish
Soap.
Soap is.
Dish Soap only
high.
plays like DJ hours. I play with him a lot. He snipes me a lot.
Oh, okay.
He's pretty good.
He's streaming a lot
Yeah.
too. If you want to study him.
I'm down for Dish Soap 13 and Nico 14.
What about
Strictly-
Nostr? I think Noster's
Strictly
like.
on ladder.
I don't think Noster's been playing that much in houses, but I think he's really high rank right now. What rank is he?
950
Oh,
LP.
No, his ult is rank 8. Wait, but does that count though? Does he play
You're
on
right,
it?
But the thing is, like
He's main.
every top player is playing in houses. I'm
Yeah,
pretty
yeah.
sure you can.
Solo
actually
queue is
not
like
buffalo.
fake, right?
Oh,
If you actually gave a fuck, I
DQA
would
is
give
currently
Buffalo.
freaking out in chat that you're about to rate him below you rate Noster.
like way.
Oh, but
below
wait,
Nostr.
DQA. Spencer told me all you're playing is Valorant.
It's
Wait,
true.
is this... Okay, if you put me below Nostr, I don't know.
I know for a fact he's been studying and playing TFT for the past 4 or 5 days. I cannot speak to how much before that.
Who,
But,
DQA?
me.
Yeah, DQA has been at least trying for the last few days. But I haven't seen him in any of the in-houses, which surprises me. I thought he would play in some.
He played.
I think I played with him yesterday.
he played-
I don't
he played a
remember
few,
what
played a few.
happened.
Okay.
Um,
What about Pawn Up? How good is he?
I think he's alright. I think he's definitely. I think Pawn is really good at playing from ahead, but like it's not like. But I feel like the better players know how to play from behind, and I think Pawn is really bad at playing from behind.
I'm down for Noster into Pawn Up. Who are we missing?
Who are we even missing?
Actually,
That's
let
what
me
I'm-
do you a favor. Let
Oh,
me,
wait,
let,
we're-
me, let me remove
wait.
people who are on the list.
We can put Vile on 19 or 18. We're missing Kev Chen.
Oh. Okay, I'm down for Nostr then Kev.
Okay. Noster, Kev, and then we're
Oh wait,
missing.
oh no, GV8 is
How do we
already. We already got
How?
1, 2, 16, 17, 18.
missing-
Oh, perfect.
Oh wait,
Okay.
we didn't put Non-Tom. We didn't put Non-Tom.
Oh yeah.
No, we did.
Yeah.
No,
Oh,
he
wait,
deleted it
We
for
took him
us.
off. We took
Hey,
him off.
Juliet, yeah.
Oh fuck.
Let's put Non-Tom at number 9 then, right? And move everyone
Yeah.
down.
Oh gosh.
Okay. That's fine.
That's easy, right?
Moving everyone down one's really easy. You just copy
Copy
paste.
paste, yeah.
Really? That
So
sounds
then,
so annoying.
how does where's Pawn Up and Vile? What's order is it?
I think Vile is 19.
Okay, and then Pawn Up's 18.
Yeah, I'm down.
Okay, and you say the non-Tom goes where? 9?
Yeah. Non-Tom 9, everyone else move down 1.
Oh my.
Okay, now you guys can tinker with if you want.
Yes.
Oh.
You can move G. Wait. Oh yeah. Wait. Are there even 24 players? What the?
Are there even 24 players? Yes.
Wait, I think Aniko is like really low.
You wait, like
I mean, you think he's currently ranked too high, or you think he's currently ranked too low?
No, he's ranked too low. 15, dude. That what?
So you think he's like, what do you?
I think
standard or
Aniko's
something?
better than I think Aniko's up. Okay, I don't know.
I think Dish Soap is good though.
Chat says Dish Soap's too low.
And then Nantam, I'm down to kick Nantam all the way down.
Whoa.
Huh?
Tom.
That's a hot take.
Never mind. He's been popping off. Also, dude, I don't know. I don't think it matters. I'm pretty sure it's like Nubal Gap, and then it's Setsuko, Ramblin, Sox, Milk, Spencer, Gap, then everyone else, Gap, Solus. You know what I mean?
Yep, agreed.
Like, I feel like these numbers in the middle are so arbitrary.
Yep, agreed.
I think they're not arbitrary for what it's worth. I think you guys just don't study a lot of the
Yes,
people in the middle of the
that's
pack.
exactly what I was gonna say.
And so
Yep, probably.
it's not that.
Oh,
it's
then we
not that
lost.
you guys might think it's about all the same because you're not like focused on their play, but I promise you there are gigantic differences. I can't wait for the fantasy draft stage. I get to. No one's been out drafted as hard since the last time I drafted against Soju.
All right, so lock it in.
okay.
Is this how we're doing the final list? Because then we'll show you our rankings, and then we'll
I think
have
this
the
is
chat
fine.
poll.
Yeah, I think this is fine.
Okay, so then we're gonna reveal our rankings right now, and Bryce is gonna have to walk it through why we rank people a specific way. So this is Bryce and Frodan's list. We agreed on Nubel, and Ramblin is right there in the top 3 as well as Setsuko. But we put Spicy Appy's third. Bryce, why is Spicy Appy so high?
The only reason Spicy Appies is not in the Nubel tier is because I think it is, and Dan talked a lot about this from like his Hearthstone experience too, and it's exactly what you were talking about, Soju, that like some regionals is different on some level, that like the stage is different, the pressure in the lobbies is different, the pressure you feel as a player is different just because of the stage and the stakes. That's the only reason he's not in the Nubel tier. Spicy Appies is playing beautiful TFT. And if you did not watch, if you don't watch a lot of Spicy Appies, you're missing out. He is really, 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 really good at TFT. And a lot of what makes you think Nubal is like the best player on the server by a wide margin, Appies shares a ton of those traits. They're both like really good at like playing detail-oriented, thinking about a whole bunch of like micro things that affect play. They all play very wide, both in terms of like what they're willing to play, put on their board, but also stylistically, like they're very comfortable re-rolling 1 cost, 2 cost, 3 costs, playing like fast 8, fast 9. They're both really creative players and like pay attention to unit interaction. So Spicy Appies is cracked. He's just insanely good.
Wait, you guys have Solus last as well?
Yes, we can all agree on one thing. Nubal's number 1, and very at the bottom is Solus. And Void Sid.
Okay, I'm surprised you guys have a Nico
go.
solo.
Yeah,
I'm surprised you guys have a Nico Goose.
Different reasons on that. So a Nico is like mental boom as far as I know, right? Like Nico was an awesome form for Inno Cup. If we had an Inno Cup form in Nico, I think I would even have him higher than you have him. I think I'd have him like closer to like 10, 11.
Yeah.
And I would love to see him bounce back. I just, the impression I've got is that he's not like dialed in to this tournament. But if he is, then I think Nico's an outstanding TFT player and really dangerous in tournaments.
I think the same could be said by a lot of these players, so I feel like that doesn't need to be said for a lot of the analysis here. Another person that we rated a lot lower was Sox. Bryce, what's your opinion on Sox's?
That's why I'm so confused. Like, what? Okay, go ahead.
Can we? I mean, it's tough because Sox is also in the like Nubal tier, right? Like in terms of how good he is at his ceiling. But Sox hasn't played that well in TFT since he became a dad. And that's because he's also designing a game on the side in addition to work. There's just a lot of things in his life. And I literally, before he had the kid, I was like, there's no way Sox in set 6 can be Sox what he's been before. Even if he can somehow allocate the time, there's just too much additional variables, stress, sleep deprivation, etc. It's just really hard to stay locked in. And then what's funny is I actually think if he hadn't leaked the Sivir tech, then he would be top 3.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Because he had really figured out how to make that unit work before anyone on the server, and then he just taught the whole server. If he had just not taught the server, he would be top 3. But I think he like gave up his edge, and I don't think Sox is in his peak form right now. Just point blank. I would love to be proven wrong. When Sox plays great TFT, there's almost nothing like it. It's so fun to watch. But I don't know. He's up there for you guys on pedigree alone. He's not been in that form in some time.
That's true. You guys give a lot of
fair
points to legacy, which is something that it makes sense because you guys have been here since like almost the beginning. But there's a couple of other people that might catch your eye. Like Bryce is really big on Vile. He's the person that convinced me to put Vile this high up. I was putting him towards the bottom, like around 17 or 18, and Bryce wanted to put him as high as like 10 at one point, or like somewhere around that. So why Vile is catching your eye, Bryce?
I think it's a really, really good patch for Vile. I think if you remember, Vile kind of took the scene by storm when he was a Slayer one trick, and he was by far the best Slayer player at regionals, and because Slayer was meta, he did really well in that event. He's a really, really good AD player specifically. AD, and his game has gotten a little bit broader since then. I mean, I studied him back then because it was so interesting to watch like the best player on the strongest tree at the time, but he couldn't really do everything else that well. Now he can play AD flex well, and this is like the AD flex patch of the set. And he's really good at it. If you look at his profile, he's finding a lot of success with Jhin right now. No one is playing Jhin successfully. Yep. It's really, really good. So I think Vile has a really strong chance of doing well in this regionals because I think it fits him really well.
I think Vile
is quadra blink from Soju when he heard Jhin. He's looking up his profile. He's typing. Yeah. I know exactly.
Wait, like normal games or ranked games?
No,
in-houses.
Like, in-houses.
Bro, you're playing in some of them.
He just went 8th. What do you mean?
No, look down though. He went first though.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't like looked at his in-house in like the last 5 hours.
I feel like Vile is the perfect example of a player that me and Soju know nothing about, so we just rank him low. But I mean, I didn't even know he was like rank 4 right now in solo queue, and apparently he's been doing okay in in-houses.
I think he's doing well in houses. Like I think there's like Nubao and Non-Tom, large gap, and then other people have been doing pretty well, and I think Vile's in that next tier down.
If Nubao and Non-Tom are 1-2, then how come Non-Tom is 6?
It's total wild card for us. The thing is, it's just really hard for we talked about him a lot. I think you can justify him as high as 2, but you're doing it based on ladder results and in-house results exclusively. I haven't watched Non-Tom play TFT in like 2 sets. He like used to stream.
He never streams.
And he hasn't played in any of the tournaments because he was going to play in that one, but then he didn't download the client.
So tomorrow for the broadcast, a little spoiler, a little treat for it. We have a graphic showing players and their results, and so you have players who played in like 3 out of the 6 tournaments, or even like 5 out of 6 tournaments. Not Tom. His graphic is just blank because he didn't play in any tournaments whatsoever, and so we don't have any data on this guy. We don't know outside of the in-houses and his lol chess.
I think that one tournament he didn't know it was played on TR.
Yeah.
And he goes, "Wait, what?" And then he gets DQ'd. And then he tweeted about how he got stuck in the elevator right after.
Yeah.
He was stuck there for 30 minutes.
BG.
And he was like late to work and almost got fired or something like that.
But there's a few players on this list that I think could go like really high in one direction or really low in another direction. Like we have Goose a lot lower than you guys do, for example. I think that if he actually has solved some of his tournament issues that like Robin was talking about, I think that his potential is really, really high. It's a good patch for him. He's a flexible player. Like there's a lot to love about GV8's game, but he hasn't been good in tournaments for quite some time. We've talked about on the show previously, like why that is. I think that he's too focused. He's been conditioned by ladder to play the strongest possible board at all times with no exceptions, and that includes like best units, slamming all the items, right? Like he started re-rolling a little bit, so that's slightly different, but when he's not, he like the items you were talking about that he had earlier, Soju, like that's exactly what I'm talking about. Like sometimes he just builds a board that doesn't actually set him up to do anything in later stages, and he gets away with that on ladder because people don't put the same pressure on a board. So you can go top 4 doing that. But in tournament, where people actually know what they're doing, it is much, much harder to do that, especially in the regionals field.
Do you want me to show the image you sent me, Bryce? You want to do that exercise right here?
Which image was that?
You sent me a screenshot today asking what's the play, and it's GV8 having 4 components. And you said, what would you slam and why, and what would your reasoning?
Sure. Yeah, I'm down.
Okay. It's going to be a bad production moment.
That's okay. Yeah, I'm curious for what you guys say. I was watching GV8 play in an in-house earlier.
I'm going to do this just to avoid private information.
He made a play that was like much, much different than I thought he was going to play.
How do you know you're not just bad?
Well, yeah. So this is the thing. So yeah, that's exactly why I think Dan wants to do that. He wants to bring up and see what you guys think. I'll be curious what you say. So I thought it was wrong at the time. He doesn't do well in the game. He goes back and studies the VOD, and he goes back to that spot, and he was like looking at and analyzing. He's like, I think this is correct. And I asked him like, do you ever do this instead? And he like thought about it and said like, no, I don't think so. And then later on, I think he might have come around to it. But I'm curious for what you guys would do in the spot.
Okay. I mean, I just want to add, like, I think the reason why I'm ranking him higher is because I think he is really motivated this time. Like, he's been grinding. He
Yeah.
probably played the most in-houses out of everyone.
Mhm.
And I think he really wants this. And I mean, I think the few other tournaments he was like playing like what was he playing? He was playing like other games, like Pokemon or something.
Yeah. And
But yeah, I mean, we'll see.
for what it's worth, before you guys turn to this graphic really fast, I've talked a lot about, like, I love to be proven wrong. This is the one that, like, if Goose makes us eat our words and wins this fucking tournament, I will be so happy for him. He's my longest sub on Twitch. He's the person who made me fall in love with TFT. I think his skill as a player and what he does really well is so fun to watch. He's so creative, so interesting with his board play, and he does some of that stuff better than anyone in the field. I think if he can fix whatever his core tournament issue is, I think he's absolutely one of the best 5 tournament players, like one of the best 5 players of TFT in North America, period. So
Yep.
I would love for you to be right. So let's look at this spot.
So what would I do
The
here?
question is, what if anything do you slam? No, don't say what. So what if anything do you slam in this spot?
I mean, I'm slamming Giant Slayer Morello.
Yeah,
Okay.
Giant Slayer Morello.
Okay, and do you ever consider not slamming here because he's 75 gold, 75 HP, he's about to fast 8, and he needs to figure out what board he's playing? Or is it always?
I mean, your AP.
I think it's always
you
AP
kill the bow,
here, right?
and then Morello is way too good late game, and then also his econ, his spot is fucking guaranteed top 2.
So he slams Rageblade Zeke's here. And
Oh, that's weird.
Yeah, I think it's completely incorrect.
Very wrong.
His argument was he basically was like, I don't have a Morello holder, it's weaker for my board. But I'm like, you're
he's
about to
4-2-ing it.
transition. And so I don't know
Yeah.
why we're prioritizing the current state of board. And by the way, you're not killing any units this round anyway. Your board sucks for 4-1, but that's fine, not a big deal. You're gonna sack one fight, you have 75 HP. Transition. I also think you can make an argument for not slamming if you want to, because it's literally just one turn, so not a big deal. I think I said this.
Yeah, one change
spot
of
to
fight.
I said this spot to Ramblin earlier. He thinks it's ZZ Rot Gunblade from here because he values he values Gunblade, but in particular, he
Oh,
thinks
yeah,
that
that's
his board
fine.
lacks frontline, and he thinks ZZ Rot's like really big for the stall here, which is an angle I hadn't thought about at all. And I think Ramblin is super good in the AP tree, and so you'd be an idiot not to like stop and think about what he's saying, and it makes a lot of sense.
I mean,
So-
I think okay. So if you're gonna if you're 75 gold, you're gonna 4-2 it with at least 40 gold. Like you're gonna roll, you're gonna hit something. Like there's no way your frontline is still gonna be this poppy. Like at least Leona 2 is a huge upgrade, especially on early stage 4. Like, and like GS kills the bow. I can see Z0 Gunblade, especially because. Oh no, I don't see it because the thing is like if you see the Nico, dude, Nico is so OP.
Yep.
Like that's a 2-star legendary, and then you can easily just play around Victor. You like from this spot, it's so good you can even play around Kaisa. And Kaisa is like the worst unit in the game. You can only play around Kaisa if it's like you're high rolling out of your ass.
Dish Soap said this is really interesting. Dish Soap says he's ZZ Rot Gunblade here too, and it's worth noting that Dish Soap and Ramblin are the 2 most experienced AP players on the patch and on the ladder in general.
Wait, what's the reason for no Morello? Dude, Morello is so good from this
I
spot.
agree. I think Morello is so good on the
I
patch.
would just do Morello GS, and then I would just play Ari or something, and it would be Rabadon's GS, Morello Ari, and then. But I can see Gunblade because Gunblade is like Ari's like best item according to like Tactics.tools, like best average placement, whatever. And I guess he has no frontline item, so Z-Draw's pretty good. So I can see that for sure. But I didn't see that because
also
Yeah,
if
I
you were
didn't
to
see it at all.
scout his
I
like
I think we're
4 Aurelia
gravitating-
players.
Go ahead, Soju.
Oh no, I'm just saying like I feel like you don't need anti-heal if there's no like 3 social Aurelia players. But if you have 3 social Aurelia, if there's like two or more 3 social Aurelia players, like I think it's Morello every time. But I can see Gunblade Z0 on. I mean, I know for sure it's not Zeke's Ginsu.
There's no way it's Zeke's Gensus, right? And this is exactly
that's for sure.
This is part and parcel of the issue I was talking about earlier, where it'd be one thing if you make this mistake. Like sometimes you make mistakes in game, right? Like things are coming at you fast, you just do something because you think it makes sense. But what's tough for me is that he went back and reviewed this VOD and he thought it was correct. And then I even brought up, like, why isn't it Morello?
Or what happened?
GS here.
How'd this game play out though?
He takes a 7th, and by the way, he takes a 7th hitting like Jace 2, Jinx 2, and has like a Victor. He struggles to find frontline in fairness to him, which is I think a really good case in point for Ramblin and Dish Soap's take, because I think ZZ would have helped him a lot. But I think it was he went back after he came around to Morello GS. Fair enough. Yeah, it's possible that you like went back and looked at the
I
spot
don't.
more.
I
But-
feel like he wouldn't do that. I mean, like
I think
Zeke's
it's a-
Ginsus.
I
I
think
feel like
it's
he
a-
wouldn't do it in tournament. Or
I
something.
think he plays like tempo. This is the types of items that Goose slams because the way that he plays.
I
on
think
that
that's.
stuff.
I think it's a little bit autopilot though. I feel like. I don't
Yeah,
know.
maybe that's fair. Maybe and this is the thing is that like I know how fucking good Goose is at TFT, because when he plays a good game of TFT, sometimes it's like there's no one else on the server who could have played this, right? He's insane. So if he can have that, like, just turn off a little bit of the preconditioning he has, that he, the preconditioning he has from ladder, and kind of lock into tournament mode GV and just like not slam quite as much and not play quite the same way, he could easily pop off in this tournament.
This spot is insane though.
I would never slam Zeke's and Chalice in the same comp. I'll get way too busy.
Yeah, I don't think it's that good. But
well, that was a really good discussion to break it down, and I think that it's ultimately what reflects into our rankings of why we put Goose a little bit lower. But again, these are just power rankings. It could be completely different from game day. You heard from Soju; he was going average 3.0 day 1 of in-houses. Next day, he's averaging 6.5. So
no, I'm saying though, like his early game must be insane because like that spot is like, dude.
Yeah,
that is crazy.
That's like one of
the. I feel like GV's early game. I think his early game was good.
Yeah. And it's so fluid too. So many players like get on a certain version of the board and just kind of like think about it in terms of adding units. GV8's like constantly shuffling units in and out. It's really thoughtful every single turn. I think it's part of Ace's strength as well. Ace is not as wide as GV8 is, but he has the same mentality where he like is able to look at each and every round and think about like what is actually the best combination of units and like kind of take a look at it. I think Ace is a little bit more bigger picture, whereas GV8's like a little bit more narrow when he's doing. But yeah, GV8's insane at that.
Also, okay. Also, I just wanted to say real quick that I think Stand Behind Me, that augment is broken.
Agreed.
It's so you can turn off your brain. You already know you're playing some 4 bodyguard garbage. You just turn off your brain and you win half your matchups.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
yeah, it is a 4.18 when taken first, and actually it's like a 4.2 and then a 4.15. So it's literally it's always a good pick.
It's a tier 1 that gives your carries 100.
Gives everything armor. Infinite armor. Yeah, it's. I think that augment is actually OP.
It's like multiple bodyguard spat emblems. No.
Yeah, okay, I don't know about that.
Yes,
but I think bodyguard is actually just like. Really
it's particularly because it's an AD meta, right? So like having the armor on your carries feels really, really good. Who else did we have like significantly differently from you guys? I'm trying to think. Oh, we're moving on.
I thought we were kind of concluding.
No, it's fine. I'm down to move to reportable. That's totally fine with me.
I kind of want to get to the reportable.
Let's do it. We have a lot left. Yeah, let's do it. No,
because we have a lot of the show left.
Yeah. Let's do it. I'm in.
All right. So this is a segment we call Reportable. Reportable is a segment where we ask players to grade each other's TFT skill set. Now, normally we have one guest on the show and they do 3 of their favorite players. Last time, for example, Ramkev did Goose, Appies, and himself. Milk did him, Soju, and Kiyun. This time, we thought it'd be really fun if Soju graded Robin and Robin graded Soju with no influence onto each other. So whatever Robin says is exactly what Soju score and vice versa. And this is, again, a segment that Bryce would lead because it's something that is really passionate about him. It's his project, so Bryce, take it away.
Yeah, for sure. Let's do it. So the first part of the stylistic stuff is a little bit different. Then after that, it's just numbers. It's just straight 1 to 10. So at the very beginning, it's playstyle. We ask you to describe the person's playstyle. So Robin, why don't you go first? Describe Soju's playstyle.
Soju's playstyle? Okay, is it tournament playstyle or streaming playstyle?
I think you can.
Let's go for tournament. Let's go for tournament now because we're prepared for regionals.
Oh, dude, tournament. I feel like he's just like, he's not that wide but not that narrow. I think he's like in the middle.
Mm-hmm.
I think he just like he is actually not that greedy in tournament. He rolls when he needs to. I don't know. I'm not good with words, so I feel like he's like not average, but
yeah, he's like in the middle in terms of his
Like
flexibility.
if I'm super narrow and like GV is super wide, he's like in the middle. I feel like.
I agree. Yep, that sounds right. He's also it's weird to say this, but he's a total fucking sweat. Soju in tournament that he cares about regionals is like a turbo sweat. In the first game of regionals day 1, I was casting it last year or last set
all the time.
Yeah, it's one of my favorite games I've ever casted because Soju he cycled a Zephyr like 5 times, including at one point he can't find another like Arcanist or like the equivalent to do it, so he like sells a unit or he Nikos a unit on his board that's holding a Zephyr so he can play another 1-star copy of it so that he can cycle the Zephyr. And he landed it. Every single Zephyr was like spot on.
Oh, that game was doomed. My spot was fucked.
You got such a good. It was like one of the best seconds I've ever seen. Okay, right. Soju, you have to describe Robin.
I just think it's like
Mickey Mouse.
I don't think Robin ever goes 8th. Like I just think it's really consistent. Like,
Addicted to rolling at 7.
no, it's like
That's true.
your board
Robin.
is always good, and like, yeah,
Plays
board
every
always good.
stage.
So he's the
never
best
takes-
board
doesn't
player.
take a stage
you,
off.
you play every stage.
Yeah.
But I don't. Sometimes I actually think it's incorrect to like play certain stages, just because your opener is just complete trash, and like trying to like salvage it is not worth it.
You also play trying to skip stage 4 in general, right? Whereas Robin never skips stage 4.
But skipping, yeah, I'm incorrect there. I think skipping stage 4 is really bad. I'm trying to improve.
There's this one game he got first in in-house. He said he was gonna sack this stage 5, and I was like, what the? I was like, dude, I would never do this because I'm a bitch. But then he sacked stage 5. He went fast 9. He got first.
Yeah.
So I was like, yeah, that's like the difference, because like
That's the risk reward.
Oh, that was the Tom Kench game.
yeah, that was
everyone
Tom
calls
Kench
it-
game. You went
yeah,
9 with Silver 1
Tom
early
Kench
when I
is
was like,
broken. You're going to win. Like, there's
Yeah.
no way.
Well, it's easy to meme Soju and call it like pulling the Soju when you go 9 and die because he takes the risk so often that like, yeah, he's gonna flame out sometimes for sure. That's why it's called the Soju special. But like, he also has it pay off for him sometimes.
Yeah, if it never worked, he wouldn't always do
Right.
it.
Right.
Right. Like,
For sure. Okay, so preparation, I think we should skip because I don't think it works when like they're rating each other. Okay, so flexibility. This is the only number that's out of 20, and it's in the inverse. So the idea is that like the least flexible player on the server is like a Twitch, you know, like Milk at regionals last year for a day, like when he's 20 out of 20 kled. So that means if you're the least flexible, you're a 20, and if you're the most flexible, you're a 1.
I think Robin's like a 5.
I think Soju's like is he? Wait, you're rating me a 5? Oh, I think Soju's actually less flexible than me.
I
in
think
this
so
patch.
too.
So he's probably like a 10.
Okay.
Because he leans more AD, but I play like both.
Yeah,
Okay.
I agree.
all right.
All right. So
I learned
now
from Milk though.
So everything else now is just 1 through 10, 10 being best on the server or best at regionals, let's say, and or actually we do it against a
24?
1K LP. So it's just like kind of a run of a mill challenger player. How are they? So if they're like,
I mean,
worse
then
than-
everything would be a 10. No.
Yeah, maybe. Do you want Dan? Do you want us?
Oh,
on
we
the fly
can. Yeah,
and say,
this was an
regionals?
old prompt from
Yeah.
a previous.
Let's do it in
show,
comparison
so.
to the regionals players. So if you give someone a 10, they're the best in regionals at the thing. 9's like one of the best, but probably not the best, and 1 means they're the worst at regionals at this thing. So 5 means like middle of the pack regionals player at the skill, or the thing.
Okay. You want to just take turns switching off?
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
I'll go first. I think Soju's early
Okay.
game is what's the highest? 10 is the highest, right?
10 is the
highest, yep.
highest. So
I
the
think
heat-
he's actually like a 7 actually.
Okay.
I think when he needs to lose streak, he's really good at lose streaking while saving HP. He knows how to not win and save HP. And if
Sorry,
he's
I
win-
agree. It's just your sentence is really fun. He just knows how to not win.
No. If he has a strong board, he's good at win streaking too.
Yeah. Just the sentence is funny out of context. That's all.
I think Robin's early game is. I'll give him an 8.
Yeah, Robin's one of. I'm actually surprised. 8's a little bit low. I think Robin's early game is usually pretty cracked. It's actually
I
one of
feel
his
like
best attributes.
okay, but that's what I was trying to say. Like I don't think early game is all about like winning, right?
No,
Right,
I feel like it's also
It's
like
not.
you have to be really good at lose
It's
streaking
like setting
while
up
also saving HP.
setting up your mid and late.
I actually
Yeah.
feel like I'm not good at saving HP. I just play the shittiest
Oh.
boards. I get 3-0, 3-0, 4-0, 5-0.
Yeah, I think
Okay, that's fair.
to Robin's point, I think a lot of people interpret this as his best board play, and we've actually had guests on the show previously do that. I completely agree with what Robin is saying. Like, I think the best early game player is New Bowel, and it's because he knows when he should be making playing econ trait, when he should be trying to preserve HP but lose, when he needs to go full open fort loss streak, how to play win streak. I just think you have to be able to do all of that in order to be the best early game player. If you're just good at putting the best board possible on the field at all times.
Okay,
that's
I'm
part
not,
of the
yeah,
skill,
you
but
know
it's
you're
not all the
right.
skill.
I've never Robin to a 6.
Dude, there's this one. We take those, but dude. I remember we were VOD reviewing, and then Nubal was like, "Yo, isn't it incorrect to play Yordles here? Like he traded
Yes.
8 HP for 1 gold."
Yeah.
And I never thought about that. I was like, dude, I would always play Yordles here. I don't care about my HP. But like, if you think about it like that, like it actually makes sense. Like the HP trade-off isn't worth the what gold. I was like, what?
We VOD reviewed New Bowel, and he was the first player to ever convince me that win-loss-win was totally fine on stage 2 because of the way he was playing it. It was so nuanced in the way he was flexing in and out of it, and it made total sense. And he was still making gold, and everything was clicking. It was, and then he ended up top 2ing that game. So really good stuff.
Okay, mid game.
Mid game.
What is mid game?
Mid game's like
I would
basically
say
the
stage 3,
turn
4.
when you start hitting stage like middle of stage 3 all the way to the middle of stage 4.
Yeah,
I think
so like
Soju's mid game is
3-2 through 4-5.
I think Soju's mid game is trash. It's a 1.
The worst out of everybody in regionals, or tied for the worst. Woo!
I mean, I think Robin's mid game is actually a 9. Fuck.
This is the hugest difference
I
between
think-
play. I mean, this is exactly what we were just talking about. Robin plays scared, and so he gets
Wait,
wrong. in
yeah,
three-
Robin. No,
stage
Robin's
3, 2, and 4,
board
1.
is always
No.
good. He
Yeah.
knows when to roll, and it's like, and I think you're comfortable playing with less money.
Yeah. No, the thing about that, the reason why, okay, he's probably not a 1 just for memes, but like I feel like his mid game is not that good because he over rolls at 3-2 a lot sometimes. I think because like for me, I'm more narrow. I know exactly what I'm rolling for. He probably doesn't know exactly what he's rolling for, and he just like rolls to like 0 sometimes in tourney, and his game's just doomed. Also, he doesn't play if his early game sucks. He doesn't play the mid game kind of sometimes because he can just like 3-5 level 7 or something, or like.
It's a 4-1.
4-2.
It's a 4-2.
It's a 4-2.
Yeah.
20
Sometimes
HP, no problem.
Yeah, sometimes you roll too deep on 3-2, and sometimes you don't roll on 3-2, and I'm staring at my screen, and I'm like, I can't believe he's not rolling here. This is insane.
Really? Wow. Okay. Okay. Then, but late game. Late game.
Late game. Yeah. This is
Let's
the
talk about
inverse.
late game. So, Bryce, how do we define like what's like the skills going into late game here?
I think this is about like positioning and taking advantage of how the rest of the lobby is playing, understanding when you can go 9 and when you need to go 8, and understanding like when it's correct to uncap your board, and if you do, how to cap out your board.
Yeah, you can go first, Soju.
I think it's like. I'll give like a 6.5.
Okay.
What's the 0.5 for?
I mean, I 6 is way too low. Like I think Robin's one weakness is his ability to close out games. When you play well early and mid, like scaling your board into being able to win is insane. Or it's like what separates Robin from being like top 2. But I think that's like a lot of, it's really hard. And like sometimes you take a third and it's hard to improve because you get the third and you're like, bet, like a top 3, we take those. But like sometimes like those thirds could easily be a second.
Yeah.
Okay, Robin, what do you want to give Soju here?
I'll give him like a 9. I feel like he can close out games really well. He knows when he can win and when not. He knows when he can go 9.
Does he?
Usually, sometimes.
I mean,
In
he
tourney,
can-
not
look,
not
no,
not,
no,
not on stream.
The question is whether or not he can go to 9. Yes, he can. Does he survive when he goes to 9? That's a different question.
Who do you think is better than him out of curiosity? Like, what is Soju lacking that the
Probably
China
Milk.
has?
I think Milk's probably better than late game.
Yeah, I think so too.
Slight.
Late
Oh,
game.
I think Soju's weakness late game is something like his positioning. Like Milk, I think Milk probably has better positioning, but like, sometimes Soju's like thinking what he should do, and he just leaves his board there for like one turn, maybe.
I don't think that's true on ladder. I think that's true on ladder. I don't think that's true in tourneys. At least not when he's serious. Like Milk's a little bit sweatier on ladder in the end game. Soju just kind of doesn't care as much. But in tourneys, I think they're the same at that skill, personally at least.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting. I'm inclined to agree with them. I think Milk's late game is really special. When you
It's
watch
so
him
good.
locked in, it's very, very hard to beat him when he's on fire. And he's mid-rolling. He doesn't even have to high-roll. When he's mid-rolling, Milk is so scary late game.
Yeah, that's fair.
Okay,
Okay.
so the 80 proficiency, why don't you explain this real quick, Bryce?
Yeah, this is just like thinking about splitting the game down the middle, right? AD and AP. What is the person's comfort when playing that? Like all of the different outs. So it's not just
So
like
evaluate their current skill, too, right? It doesn't have
Yeah.
to be, like, in general.
Right.
80 proficiency, probably for Soju, probably an 8 or 9, probably.
Okay. So
I don't know who the best 80 player in the server is, but I mean Soju like
It might be Vile. I don't know.
yeah, maybe.
What do you think might be Vile, but
I don't know. I'd have to
there's
watch
a
his
lot of
stream.
players. Non-Tom's also extremely good at AD as well.
Yeah, Nontom's insane at AD.
I'll give Robin like a 6.5.
Okay.
Actually, I'll give him a 7 because I still think your AD is better than your AP.
Interesting.
Really, I think my AP is cracked.
Really,
I'm better than Ramblin' and Dish Soap at AP probably. No, just kidding.
All right.
I'll give him a
You
7.
had me.
I was
there,
wondering
And
for
then
a
for AP,
second.
I'll
I was
give
like,
him-
oh shit.
AP, I'll give him a 7. I think he's like 10 out of 20, 10 out of 20.
Sorry.
My AP,
seven?
I already know it's like.
Dude, you used to be so good at AP, but then you just hate
It sucks this set. Like I'm not gonna play something that sucks.
He does know how to play the true to Soji form. He can only play the most capped out version of AP. So he knows how to build a like Victor Silco board. But it's the only AP board he can build.
I refuse to play Ari or like Lucian. Like those.
I'll give
units are
Soju
so
AP like a 3, like a 3.
Okay.
Okay, Robin, I'm really curious. What would you have given yourself for your AP proficiency?
Oh,
Like, do you think 7 is? What did he give you? He gave you.
I think 7's good. I think maybe like, I think my AD is like, I think my AD is actually like a 5. My AP is like like an 8.
Okay.
I feel like AP is way easier to play than AD because I mean AD has so many. I mean I don't know. I feel like AP like you have infinite money with Yordles, and the units are really similar. Whereas AD, you have so many options, so many different outs. But I mean, my AP tree is pretty narrow. Like there's like Spicy Appy's AP and like, Asa AP that I don't really like touch.
Well, it's interesting. You think Asa AP is wide. Why do you think? Because he's still willing to play Innos?
I don't know. I think Asa is just a cracked AP player, and I mean, for me, I just play Ari or Malzahar reroll. Like that's my 2. But then I think he has like. Actually, I don't know. I haven't watched Asa in a long time.
It's real. It's
more like
Innos with
Asa's,
Innos and
mutant
mutants, but
player.
Yeah, I was
Yeah,
stuck.
he
I'm
was
probably stuck on set 6 Asa. I haven't really seen him play that much 6.5, but
yeah, makes sense.
yeah.
Okay, reroll proficiency.
It's pretty straightforward. How good
Oh.
are they at reroll?
Oh, Soju's actually really good at reroll this patch, I think. I would give him probably an 8.
Okay. Is Robin really?
I'll give Robin like a 3 or 2. I don't think I've ever seen him reroll a single
Yeah,
time.
Robin, are you open to reroll? Like, is there an?
We're talking about low cost reroll as well, right? Is this
Oh,
what you're talking about?
I play Warwick reroll and Twitch reroll.
Okay.
That's pretty much it.
Also, to be fair, I just wanted to point out I'm the worst reroll player on the server. The reason my stats look insane for reroll is because I only play it when my opener is illegal. Like,
That's actually fine. That's not.
No. I've seen Soju like I watched Soju play a Twitch game today. It was actually okay. Besides not picking
Talk
the
about the one
Tiny
he went
Titans.
5th, because I don't
Yes,
think that was that.
I mean,
good.
no,
I think
that game was
turning out taking time.
I think
like,
that was
no.
That was actually the game that prompted me to tell Bryce. I think so. So she might
Yeah.
be
really. I feel like his decision to stay low level to get the Singe 3 was really good.
He wasted too much HP, man. I watch a lot of Chinese VODs, and they just play reroll way differently, and I think their style is like a lot better. They send to 0 really fast a lot of times, and it ends up helping them way more often.
I think
they'll send to
reroll is
they'll send
hard.
to 0 at like 3-3 a lot of times, and so just like I have 20 HP at 3-3, I'm okay.
Oh, we're winning out. We go for the win out.
No, it's not. All right. I
Okay,
digress.
all right. Win streak proficiency. So this is like, or how good are they at win streaking when they need to, and how good are they at playing from win streak?
I'll give Robin like an 8.5.
Okay.
If he's playing AP, I don't think I've ever seen Robin win streak AD, but that's because it's really hard.
Hard, yeah. The only time
You
you,
have to
do is
high
when you
roll
get to play,
so
like,
hard.
You have to high roll insanely hard, like a super early NAR2 or something, or you have to like build the defensive items first and then come back for the like AD items later somehow. Like you have to get them dropped.
And yeah, I don't think I don't think solo queue counts because I feel like that's like.
Oh, okay. I've seen Robin win streak plenty, but I guess you're talking about in-houses.
What do you
Oh,
mean win
it's-
streak proficiency? What does that even mean?
So
Like,
first of all, Dan, you're in wrong column. The 8.5.
Oh, sorry. It's how good you
No,
are
you're
to
good.
play from ahead, basically.
Yeah, basically, how good are you at win streaking, and how good are you at playing from that position?
oh, playing from ahead?
Yeah, like when you're win streaking,
that's
how
what
good are
win
you from
streaking
that?
is.
Yeah.
Oh, then I'll give Robin like a 3.5.
What the?
What?
Oh.
Wait, what? No, because
Hold on, let me try to
does
fix
this
this.
mean like when you are high rolling, it's how hard you can close out the game.
No, it's not quite. I mean,
Did Robin leave?
part of it is capping it out. He came back.
I was fixing my camera.
I thought you got really upset by the 3-point.
No. So part of it is capping out board, sure, Soju, but it's also like about comfort from that position. Do they understand like, okay, if you're playing from ahead, it means you should roll more here or don't roll more here, right? Like when do you start trading HP? At some point in time, you're probably not going to be win streaking. Definitely, it's not like how do you do when you high roll like.
Okay. I'm giving him a 9 then.
Okay.
Because
What
one thing I
roller
learned from
coaster.
Robin that I incorporated into my game was sometimes I think I actually play for just like straight up third, but then there's this one time he goes 8 on 4-5, or like he refuses to 8 on 4. Is it? It's 4-6 now, right? It's not 4-5. Is it
4-5?
4-5?
4-5. 4-6 is the augment.
Oh, okay. 4-6 is augment. Yeah. So like on 4-5, a lot of times I go 8, and I feel like I'm okay with guaranteeing a top 3, but I think he's comfortable with staying 7 because he rolls more on 7 than I do in solo queue, and he knows level 7 boards, like how strong they are. Except I don't really know any level 7 board strength. I only know level 8. But anyway, what I mean is like he's saving like the 15-20 gold, and that 15-20 gold is going to compound to like maybe 20 later, and like that's how he's closing out the game.
Mm-hmm.
So like I feel like I only close out a game when I'm omega high rolling. Yeah. So never mind. I'll give him a 9. Okay.
Yeah, I agree. I think Robin's really good from ahead.
Yeah. I mean,
All right, Robin, what do you want to give to?
Win streak proficiency for Soju, probably like a 5, probably or 6.
split the difference. 5.5.
5.5, sure.
Do you want to talk about it? Like why you give him that number?
I mean, I don't really so Soju on a win streak, like I don't know. I don't really know what win streak I don't really understand win streak proficiency. Like how long you can keep the win streak,
We just
or like
explained this for
Oh,
like
no.
3 minutes.
Okay, I don't. Okay, no. I don't know how to explain it about Soju. I just think that
Okay.
he's not like really, he's not bad on win streak, but he's not like the best.
Let me try.
All right,
'cause I can say-
so you're
Yeah,
not
yeah,
afraid
you
of
guys-
him when he's win streaking. Basically, you don't feel like okay, it's like whatever, he's streaking.
Oh yeah, it's like whatever. Yeah.
I think okay. Here's what I think it is. I think that because I think your number's about right. I think he's like a 5 or a 6 at this. Like I think he's a much better loss streak player than he is win streak player in general. Because I think that he just like looks at his HP bar and can get overly fixated on that. And so there are a lot of spots when you're winning when it's like correct to roll some, like you're leveling 6 on 3-1, but you also need to roll a couple times, or you need to roll some more on 3-2 to like protect the streak, or like you need to recognize that like this is the moment when you can give up the streak. Right, but even if you're giving up the streak, sometimes you still have to then like roll more, like 4-1 or something. But he'll skip it. Like Soju's looking at every spot through the lens of like, can I go to 8 from here? And that is correct sometimes when you're win streaking, but there are other times when he's win streaking when it's actually incorrect to like never spend the gold before 8, and he misses a lot of those opportunities. Is that fair, Robin?
Yep.
No
Okay.
comment, just agreed. All right, let's go to.
I feel like Soju's changed though. I feel like he's changed. Like I feel like
He's working on it
I'm
actively.
trying to
It's fun
convince a lot of
watch.
other people in the cast.
like whenever like yeah, like there's a lot of stuff to roll for. Like I would roll here, and then like you know like the fast 8 Soju wouldn't roll, but like he would be like oh, it's like, isn't it good to roll here? You know.
He started this process last regionals. Actually, was the first time that I saw Soju like really start to work at this. And if you watch his day 1 games of regionals, he was like really good at it. And I think he kind of reverted a little bit on day 2, but he's been working on it all set. It's definitely something he's improving on constantly.
every regionals, Soju improves a little bit more.
So, do you have anything to say about this? Do you agree with all this? Do you think this is totally wrong?
Oh yeah, no, it's just in solo queue I just don't really care. I just play for win.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of spots where you should be rolling. And it's not even just about rolling, it's about setting up efficient rolls. Like holding, like losing econ to hold stuff on stage 2.
Yep.
Like I usually never hold stuff, but then like there's this one game in Challenger Series I remember I held the Leona. I don't know like if anyone remembers, but I was like super proud of myself after. I lost econ to hold the Leona, and then that Leona actually just got me the freest second of my life. Because it's just setting up, like you lose a little bit of money, but you make it back by holding the pairs and making your 3-2 roll down more efficient. But anyway, yeah,
Okay.
I don't know.
On that
All right,
note, let's flip it.
loss streak proficiency.
I mean, Soju's like probably like a 9 or 8. I mean, probably 9. What is this
What is lost streak
how good-
proficiency? Playing from behind?
So there's a bunch
Like coming
of things that
back?
go on this. So first of all, it's are they good at like identifying when it's correct to loss streak? Then when they're doing it, are they actually killing as many units as they can? But also like if they're you know, playing like, are they making sure they're still losing, right? Are they like scouting correctly to make sure they're playing a board that's weak enough to maintain the loss streak? Because a lot of people who are not used to loss streak fuck that up in stage 2 all the time, right? You never see like Spencer or Milk. You would literally never see them win a fight in stage 2 when they're trying to lose, but like Robin has definitely won some fights in stage 2 when he's trying to
what Ramlin said is right. Robin is minus 12.
yeah.
Dude, in the duels tourney, I don't know how many times I've had Mercs, but I just win on accident. I'm just like,
Yeah.
oh fuck.
Yeah, totally.
Wait,
so it's like,
how do you win?
How good are you at setting this up? And then also, how good are you at playing from it? Like, how do you know when you need to stop fucking losing and how to do that?
Can you win?
How
Like, how good are you at winning
streak?
out? How are you good at
Yeah.
stabilizing, making sure that your lose streak was able to be snapped?
I'm the worst at like evaluating a board and seeing if I win or like I'm trying to save HP. So I try to save HP, but I end up being too strong.
Yep.
That happens to me a lot. Whereas for Soju, I think he I don't know how he does it. He just gets one unit loss every time. I was like, what? So
Oh, that's interesting that you think that, because I think that's the only part of Soju's loss streak play that I think leaves something.
oh really? I feel like Soju's really good at saving HP.
Oh, that's so interesting. I think he's okay. I think he's good at it. I just don't think it's. I don't think it's like next level. Like there are, and maybe it's just ladder play. Like it's in fairness, it's like I don't know what it's like to stream to 10,000 fucking people, right? So I don't know what it's like to play in that environment. But I think sometimes he just like AFKs his positioning in ways that don't like kill units.
Oh.
So,
okay.
like, for example, if he's got, like, a really weak board that's, like, in that struggle to kill units, he'll just put the 4 units in the back line and not really think about it and, like, start answering chat instead of, like, scouting, finding where the weak units are and, like, positioning them so that multiple units will aggro onto a unit to kill it. But maybe that's just, like, a level of sweat that's super unfair to expect.
Or, like, who do you think is good at that?
I think that, like, Spencer and Milk are the best.
Oh, no, everyone does that in tournament, I feel like. But I feel like no one cares about 2 HP in fucking solo queue.
Yeah,
it's not gonna be a diff.
I will say I've studied your tournament VODs too, and this did not get like significantly better in tournament.
Woo!
Oh, then okay, never mind.
I'm not saying it never improved, but I'm just saying like I watched.
I just know if I have Talon, that's a metabolic.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, so loss streak proficiency, you gave Soju a 9, and then
Robin gets a 0.
Robin gets a 0.
I mean, I've never seen Robin play from behind. That's
Yeah,
the thing.
it's not the best.
Okay, we'll just give him a 1. We'll give him a 1.
Yeah.
Wait, I feel like last set though, you like rarely pre-leveled and you were like really good at playing from behind.
No, I played from behind, but I just had to roll down at 3-2, like super strong board.
Oh, a lot of time. Oh, okay.
Like I
Okay,
never
then
3-5 or whatever.
Okay, then I'm down to give a.
I mean, it's pretty bad though. Like
Then I'll give a 3 then. I don't think it's ever a 1. Like there's no way it's a fucking 1.
I agree. I don't think it's a 1. Yeah.
That's literally impossible to be 1.
Well, someone
Okay.
has to be 1 because it's whoever is the worst
It's
player at
soulless.
this.
Like
Soulless
if
is-
Solus is 1, like there's no way Robin is Solus here.
I actually think Solus is a really good loss streak player.
No, he is. He's
Yeah,
really
he's
good.
like I think Solus on literally no games of TFT is like middle of the pack at loss streak proficiency. He's
Wait,
like
who's the
kind of-
worst?
He's
He's like one of the
Goose
best.
is
booster
notoriously
Goose
the
is not
worst.
good.
Goose
Yeah,
is very
Goose is-
bad from lost streak historically. He's been playing more lost streak in houses, so he's been kind of trying out different stuff. So
Yeah.
we'll see if he shapes it up this weekend.
I can't wait to study his tournament VODs. It's gonna be so fun.
Yeah. All right.
Okay. Game awareness / scouting.
Are we?
Oh, what about
Junior.
econ management?
Econ management.
Oh, sorry. You're right.
I'll give Robin like I'll give him a 10.
Really?
I think your econ is insane. Like no, like I think you are really good with no resources, and you know when you don't need resources.
Wait, I was gonna give you a 10.
I think it's different when
It's a homie.
you're just donkey rolling down to 0. That's not econ management. That's just like your board is shit. You played early mid game wrong. That's not like there's nothing you can do. Like sometimes you just have to roll 0, and that shouldn't like impact the scoring. Because I remember in the game I just watched, you were level 7 0 gold for 2 turns straight, just donkey rolling for an Aurelia, and you hit the Aurelia with your Nico. But like, dude, the game's just like that sometimes. Like your early mid game probably was fucked, and then. But like what I'm saying is, what I mean is, when you greed the 4-5-4-6, I've been experimenting with it a lot, and like the ability to close out games and like getting a super gold roll down on 5-1 is like, I never have that much gold on 5-1. That's all I know. So yeah, I feel like your stage 4 is a lot better. I don't even know how I'm a 10 because I'm pretty sure I'm like a 6. But
Okay, Robin, why did you give him a 10?
I feel like he's really good at managing econ early mid game, so he can. That's why he can fast 9 a lot. Soju special. Okay, yeah, he pointed out like I think there's like I think let's give him a 9 then, because I feel like sometimes stage 4 he goes 8 with like 10 gold and rolls to 0, and like
My stage 4 is so bad. It's so fucking bad. But
I understand like leveling and putting in a good unit that like spikes your board and just staying there, but like I would never roll if it's like 20 gold unless I have a lot of stuff to hit or I have to. I feel like if I ever have to like level up and have 20 gold and roll to 0, then I should have just rolled that 4-1 at level 7.
yeah, agreed.
Makes sense.
All
Okay,
right.
game awareness / scouting.
Oh, I think okay, I think Soju is like a game awareness / scouting.
In tournament, remember this is a tournament environment.
Yeah.
We're trying-
I wanted to
try
point
hard.
out real quick that for Challenger Series, I actually think I was fucking cracked at like. Never mind. Just give me the fucking one, bro. Just
No, I'm not giving it a 1. I think it's I'm thinking about tournament, right? Okay, before the tracker, like he was like really bad because he refused to use the tracker. He would just use like awareness.
it's
True,
cringe.
true.
Those guys are so cringe.
Yeah, but like, dude, like it's so fucking useful, right? But then
It's
now
so
that
good.
he has
Yeah,
the 3
it's
track,
good.
he has the next 3. He's really good at it. So I would say he's probably like an 8.
Okay.
Oh wow.
Soju, what do you give Robin?
I haven't watched Robin play tournament. It's like yeah. So I don't know, or like I haven't seen him recently, so I have no idea. Because like I
Like,
feel like
just off what you
scouting and
remember.
solo queue and like in-house is fake.
Just
Like, when you're in
what you
tournament-
remember from like
He's
watching
competed in
before.
almost every tournament leading up until like the most recent one, Challenger Series.
Yeah,
I
but
mean,
he
it
has
better be
he's played it
good.
too, though.
It better
Oh.
be good. It's probably 8.
Oh, really? I feel like mine's like low.
Okay, then I'm down for a 7.
I feel like my game awareness is trash.
Yeah.
A lot of times
I would say
I'm
it's
like,
pretty bad.
dude,
Yeah,
a lot of
was
times I
kinda
just
thinking the 7.
in stage 3 I'm like, what the? I'm contested. Like, you know?
Yeah,
Okay, no. Consistently,
Wait, what?
whenever I watch Robin stream, he's always the last to find out someone has a 3-star unit. He's like, "Wait,
Yeah,
what?
yeah.
We're not a 3." It's like what? Like everybody else has been paying attention to that for the longest time.
No,
like
that's
4
my
rounds
that's,
ago.
that's definitely one of my weaknesses. Game like scouting, I think is okay, but game awareness is like, because some people like they just like look through everyone and to see what augment they got and see what items they got, and they kind of know like what they're playing. But like for me, I need to do that more. I think because I have no idea what people are doing. I'm only focusing on myself most of the time.
All right, positioning.
So you're okay locking the 7 and just moving on?
Yeah, I'm down for a 7.
Okay, all right.
I don't think game awareness is that important because someone with good game awareness will ping the Draven like 3 for you. Like they'll ping like in regionals. I don't care. Like if I see someone going for Draven 3, I will just sit there
Yeah,
on
of
their board and
course,
just ping it.
Of course, yeah.
I don't care. Like
But it's deeper
And
than
then-
that. It's also like the early game evaluation and recognizing how many people are going AP versus AD and what comps they're like lean based on their units and their items.
oh
is
okay.
Super valuable information to
Oh,
have.
also like griefing their item component.
Yeah.
The person, you know what the person wants. I never know what they want, but like some players like Setsuko or something, like they will know what you want, and if they don't care what they get, they'll grief your item. You know?
Yeah.
Which is
Oh,
actually
I
like
never grief fight them. I just go for myself. I feel like I should do that. Fuck.
It's kind of niched when it's correct to, but when it's correct to, it's usually like very correct to. Okay, positioning.
Positioning. I'll give Soju like a 7.
Okay. Why?
I just don't think I think his positioning is just like good, but I don't think he's that like innovative like Socks and
Mhm.
like Nubao or whatever.
Yeah. Ramble.
We just have the basic things down, like, you know, like altering the Brommel away and like blitzes, Twitches just in the corners, you know, opposite end.
Yep.
Yeah,
Stuff like that.
I agree. I think I'll give Robin a 7 as well. I feel like it's just consistently good. I don't think it's like anything outside the box, but it's definitely better than the average regional player, I think.
I think it's like I think you guys both give like 5s in this. I think you guys are basically the average regional player.
They are the standard actually.
The boxes that Robin just checked off are like the most basic boxes that you can have in terms of positioning.
Right.
And you guys do that, but there's a lack of nuance to the way in which you guys approach positioning.
Wait, no, I don't think that's actually one thing. I think Soju does a lot
it's very
better
right.
than a lot of
Soju's
other
always really
people.
better.
Is
Yeah.
he's really good at evaluating post-fight positioning. I think he's actually really good at recognizing what needs to change for the next fight, and it's actually very pronounced in 1v1s in particular. Soju, Soju's like very good at that. So
Yeah,
I
that's
think
super
that's
fair.
why I would bump his score a little bit more.
It's super fair. I also think, Robin, your position is like a tad on the predictable side. Like when I scout your board, you kind of telegraph sometimes where your carry is going to wind up being.
Big
Boomer
swap.
speed.
Yeah, it's boomer speed. I
Big
deeply
swap.
empathize with it because I'm also
The
putting in,
Kuramek
like,
swap.
boomer
The
speed.
Kuramek swap. Oh, just
yeah.
mirrored your board.
Yeah, I feel like I literally just like look at Robin and I'm like, oh, I know exactly what because that's what I would do. It's like the simple thing that you can do here. But like I don't know, there are people like the new battles of the world that Goobums is like really, really good at getting super in depth in positioning. There's a lot. I think there's a lot of edge to be found. It doesn't matter that much like in solo queue, but in a tournament like this, I think it actually matters a ton.
Yeah, agreed.
Okay, roll down / transitions.
I'll give Robin like a 4. I don't think I feel like your early mid is like so consistent that you don't really change your board that much.
I agree. I give Soju I give Soju like a 5.
Oh, interesting. Why?
Or,
Why? Why?
or
five?
6.
Okay. Why?
Okay, I'm looking at this as like roll down speed and then transition speed. I don't think Soju's like the fastest,
Yeah, he's for sure.
but he's definitely
I'm
not like
slow
this.
as fuck.
What
Yeah,
about
he's
clean? How clean it is though? That should factor into how good they're.
I don't think it's don't think it's bad. I don't think it's clean though. Like, I feel
I
like
also
we're
think
very
roll
similar.
down speed is like
Fake.
okay, you know what I do to fix my trash roll down speed is I just roll on neutrals. I don't give a
Robin does that too.
Yeah, I do.
I don't give a fuck. I'm rolling on neutrals.
I'm insecure about my.
Robin
roll down
actually
speed.
became like an infinitely better transition player, and he was like, "Fuck it, I'm too old for this shit. I don't know why I'm not trying to do
No,
this
but
shit
it's
anymore."
fine. Like you can you give 2 gold, but you're paying 2 gold
Yeah.
to like focus on transitioning or not transitioning, like positioning, looking at what other people are doing, like
Mhm.
knowing your
I mean, I
outs,
think I think
choosing
it's
direction.
worth.
It's worth the 2 gold.
But some players, they can do it in 1 turn, so they can. They're 2 gold extra on us.
Spencer can roll 80 gold, looking at 3 different serious lines, like cleanly get through 100% of his gold, position his board, scout in 1 turn. DQA can too.
These
Oh,
fucking
DQA rolls so fast. I don't even know. Like, I was like, what's going on?
And Setsuko probably could too if he didn't click. He's like very fast for a
Oh,
clicker.
yeah,
But you are
Setsuko's
gated by that, my friend. I don't know what you're doing. You're playing the
Fastest
game on hard mode.
one-handed TFT player. I've ever
Yeah,
seen.
it's like,
The
what the hell?
fastest one-handed player. Oh
Yeah.
my god.
But I think that's a good way of looking at like clean and speed. Because like for example, I think Ramblin is like a 10 out of 10 on clean, but his speed is not that good. So he has to do it over multiple turns. But he's like really, really thoughtful and sees like way more outs than most people do when they're rolling.
Wait, I think Ace is like that too when he rolls.
Yeah. Yep.
Oh, Asa's roll speed is slower than ours. But,
it's slow, but it's like you can tell he's like thinking about a lot of different stuff. And like he takes like these outs, and I'm just sitting here like we're not playing the same game.
Okay, control. This is stuff like landing your Zephyrs and your Shrouds.
Precision.
Oh, this one Soju's actually pretty good. Like,
I think
probably like
go
9.
ahead. Okay. I actually think I'm the best Zephyr player on the server.
I'm down to give him a 10. I give Soju a 10 at this. And
I think my Shroud is like whatever because I always fall for the fake swap. But the Zephyr, I'm actually a fucking smorf. Anyway, I don't even know. I haven't seen Robin in tourney in forever, and I feel like in-house Zephyr is like. I'll just give Robin like a 6.
Okay.
Or a 5. I'll give him a 5. I'll give him a 5.
All right.
6, 6, 6,
Not a bad
6.
score. Again, I want to.
No, I'm just kidding.
Yes, 5 is average.
Yeah, 5
Yeah,
is
average
No,
average.
I feel like I'm
regional.
average. I feel like I'm average.
Average in comparison to the best players on the server is pretty good.
Yeah.
Okay, creativity.
Creativity.
I'm down to give
Creativity?
Robin a 1.
Yeah, I'm a 0.
Yeah. If there is someone less creative than Robin on the server in this tournament, I want to know who they are.
Yeah, I'm a accomplice guy. I think Soju is actually pretty creative sometimes. Like when he gets like a certain spat, he's just like, oh, I can. When he gets like a sniper emblem or when he gets like a death blade when he's playing AP, he's like, oh, I can just put in like a Jin, right? Or clockwork. Like I would never do that.
Oh, I go 7th every time. No, if anything, I think before I was like too creative, but then Milk just like, dude, Milk is not creative for shit, and he always pops off. So I was just like, you know what? You just have to recognize the game's not balanced.
You don't have to be creative. It helps sometimes, but it harms you sometimes too.
Wait,
so.
Dan, do you want to talk about this actually? Because I think when we were talking about Soju earlier, this was a lot of what you were talking about.
Well, I think creativity comes out in a lot of different ways. It's about like What I think Soju's creativity strength is that he finds some really interesting ways to get to his end goal. So like I thought about like how in one of his in-houses he found a way to play like Striker Tryndamere with Chemtech Challengers, and I thought that was a really cool board for a long time. And he actually rode that all the way to the end of the game and was able to top 4, top 3 from that. And that's like something that I would have never thought of because everyone just keeps talking and ragging about how Tryndamere is like a terrible dog unit that no one ever should ever bother. And he found a way to really make that work in a spot where I think most players would not even give it a second look. So I think there is a lot of creativity to be expressed in multiple ways. It doesn't have to be your end comp. It can also be the vehicle that gets you to the end.
Oh, someone in Bopa Dopa pointed out the high roller Yordles line that Soju took that now people are like trying to copy.
Oh,
that was,
yeah.
Really,
I love that opening.
Really creative line.
Where you
really
high roller the augment and you use it on Yordles early so you can get your 3-star Ziggs and Poppy super fast because that's what you get guaranteed on stage on level 3. And then that way you start printing actual meaningful Yordles and you can either supercharge your eco or you can just go play Yordles right there.
You know, I learned that from P-God. It was P-God and
most
Kyun.
creative player in the
No, it
server.
wasn't P-God. It was Kyun. But P-God was playing, and then Kyun was in call, and he told him to take High Roller, and he put it on Lulu, and he instantly won the game.
Okay.
I mean, it's broken.
Makes sense.
It's
Okay,
more
not,
broken
not
than
It
Fred.
makes
creative. then. I
sense.
take
The
it back.
Yordles
Soju
stick
doesn't get
together.
credit.
The Yordles
was-
stick together.
I like it.
Yordles-
All right, so
Yeah, I mean,
take it
yeah.
back.
Yes, so I think Soju's known that because I think that I was playing one game last Nordo game and he told me to dice Lulu. You can only get whatever, but I diced Lulu at
Yeah,
level
but-
4 and I got Lulu 3 and I lost.
Oh, you use it at level 4?
Yeah, I used that at level 4. I got
Oh,
Lulu 3.
just think, bro. Like, what? You can get Morgana. You can get... Dude, why would you use it at level 4?
Yeah. So yeah, I got Lulu 3, but Poppy 1, Ziggs 1. I lost again. I have no econ.
Well, no
Wait, I
shit,
think
you
I
lost the game. Like, what?
outplaced you that game. I think.
Oh,
You know,
man.
in house today, Roby Van Knob got High Roller early game, and he fucking uses it on Poppy. And he just has like 7 Dariuses on his bench and like 4 Poppies. And I'm just sitting here like, dude, wait, what? He's down on Prismatic. He didn't even go in. He went 6th.
Not bad. Okay, so
But-
what are we giving Soju, Robin, for creativity?
I give Soju like a 6.
Okay, and
I think it's a little bit above average creativity.
So do you co-sign a 1 for Robin, or do you want to give him something?
I don't think it's ever a 1.
Okay.
If you're talking about like transitioning into... Because I think if it were a 1, you'd still be carrying like Rek'Sai going into Strikers.
No. This is
No,
like,
it would be Rek'Sai to Aurelia like that. Like
Yeah,
Rek'Sai to
like-
server
in
only.
comparison to the other players at regionals. though.
Yeah, no, like that's a 1. But I'm saying I feel like Robin's like a 4.
Okay, cool. Form consistency.
What is that?
Like, how often are they like? Soju says
Oh.
peak form like at least once a week. How often is it actually true? What percentage of the time?
Okay, he's like a 1.
Nice. I think Robin's like I'll give him like a 9. 8. 9. I'll do 9 relative to the...
Yeah.
I feel like you're always consistently good, whereas a lot of the players in regionals right now are not always consistently good or are like playing the game.
Not bad. Okay.
The most important
mental.
category to finish it off. Mental.
Mental, I think Soju has very underrated mental.
Agree.
Thank
Very
you.
underrated.
Agree,
Yes,
agree,
yes.
completely agree.
Have you read his chat? Like, dude, there's so many. I don't know how he does
Thank
it. There's,
you.
There's
Yes.
So many, no, it's like it's not even like backseating. It's like they say shit like, "How are you, Challenger?" or something like, "Dude, like bird nest." Like, I mean, that's funny, like the haircut stuff, but like, there's a lot of stuff in this chat that if I read it, I would like low-key get mad.
Yeah.
But then he just like brushes it off. He just knows how to ignore it. I'm
Yeah, like,
learning to do that more now.
Like Ramkev is not playing in regionals because he couldn't deal with his chat, and Ramkev's chat in comparison to like
Soju's chat.
chat, I don't even know what the difference is. It's like the difference between like the chat of like a bunch of elementary schools versus like convicts or something. Like it is like Ramkev's chat is so nice
Yes.
in comparison to Soju's chat. Soju's is like pretty much inflammable.
Yeah.
And in tournaments too. He'll have a bad result in tournament. He does not like get down on himself. He just goes back for the next game. Like even the fact that he's in this event says something because day 1 of Challenger Series, it was pretty doomed for him. He had to he top 2'd the final 2 lobbies of that day to advance, and it would have been really easy to check out. A ton of people would have just checked out.
Yeah.
Right.
Wait, Robin, Robin, I hijacked it. What number do you want to give him?
I'll give him a 9.
Interesting.
I don't
Who
know
has
if it's
who has a
nine.
10 mental? Just out of curiosity from your
Me,
perspective.
I have a 10 mental.
Oh.
Really?
I never get triggered ever.
Oh, really?
I'm pretty sure Asa has 10 mental.
Asa's
Oh, Ace has really good mental too.
Yeah, Asa has fantastic mental.
Ramblin probably as well.
Maybe.
Yeah, fair enough.
Ramblin also had the Ramkev stream effect where he was having difficulty dealing with his chat.
Fair.
Nubal is really good mental too.
Yeah.
Wait, maybe I'm not a 10.
I think
I've
Preston's
never-
a 10.
I've never seen Nubal mad at all, ever.
That's true. I think Newell's is 10.
Okay, so
Or you have to-
But
to be
to be fair though, his chat is like, how come like when he goes bot 4, his chat's just like, oh yeah, you played well, it's all good.
it's because
Nice
his
try.
chat,
Next
his chat
time.
is like almost all high elo players that are like here for the ultra nerdy experience of like watching Nubal. Like he's low on entertainment value in comparison to you, but it's very interesting. TFT doesn't do it very often, so like only the hardcore are in that chat, whereas yours is like a whole bunch of gold players.
And then I
Like,
go
wanna
bot
be
4,
there for
bro,
the
you
game.
played like
Yeah,
shit,
he
you're
has
so bad.
10,000 challenges
That-
in this chat every day.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah. Every challenger player from every server on planet Earth is in Soju's chat every
And
day.
future challengers. You're forgetting, Bryce.
Okay, I think Robin's like a, I don't know. When you let's say you show up to regionals, Robin, your first game you go 8th. What are you feeling?
Nothing.
Oh, you don't give a fuck, you'll bounce
Nope.
back?
Yeah.
All right, I'll give him an 8.5.
Nice.
9. I'll give him a 9.
I mean, I've gone.
I actually
mean-
don't give a fuck what I place on the first game. It's just like as long as I
same
play
here.
well.
But like,
yeah.
you just have to understand, like, if you let it get to you, you're fucked. So like,
Oh yeah, you're fucked. No, I agree.
it's just like, dude, you low rolled or you played bad. Like, notice your mistakes and then just move on. Just move on from it. There's no point.
Yeah.
You think you actually think you're out of the tourney, but you're not. Because like, I
You're
think there's
really
this one
not.
tourney I went like 8-8, and I was like, oh, I might be out of the tourney. And then at the very end, I was only out by 1 point. I was only off by 1 point. So anything can happen.
All right.
Yeah, I went 7-7, and we're chilling.
Okay, so
lesson
that
learned.
wraps up that segment. It's worth noting that you guys were correct to put Robin at 7 and Soju at 8 because Robin scored 4.5 points higher on the report card. So excellent job, chat. Well done.
Well, I could
Okay.
have just given Robin straight ones.
You could have.
Like what?
Could have. Your integrity is too high. Okay, final segment. We're gonna do a fantasy draft. There are 4 of us. There are 24 players in the field. It means we're all gonna get 6 players.
All right.
The big thing we have to decide is whether or not we're gonna do draft in LP order or if we're gonna just do a
Oh,
random
God.
number generator. Dan. So it's worth noting that
random
Dan-
number generator. My LP.
So Dan originally said when we first planned the show, he was like, "Oh, it'll be funny. We have to do it in LP order." But that's because I was last at the time. So now I am not last.
I'm down for LP.
So I'm down for a random number generator.
Actually, 4th pick's pretty good. I'm down for 4th pick.
I think 4th pick is really good in this
I
draft.
think 4th pick is really good.
Yeah.
Wait, what's LP order? What's that mean?
Your
Like
current
who has
LP,
most
your current
LP, current LP. So it's like it would be Robin, then you, then me, then Dan. I'm down to random number generate it. It's more fair.
Yeah. Random.org.
Oh.
Let's not, because I was at like 1K and then I dropped. So
Yeah, Sag.
All right.
You could have just sat, bro. You should have just sat. You could have sat for your fantasy.
I
pick
should have
placement.
sat. Okay. Random gen.
Damn, I
random
climbed solo
gen.
queue for no
It
reason.
goes Robin, me,
It was
Soju,
for
then
this.
Bryce.
Okay, I'm 4th pick. Okay.
Okay, so Robin.
Oh, I go first?
Yep.
Oops.
Oh.
Wait, can I go first or no?
No.
No. Can I go
I pick
first?
No,
pick
we
Nubal.
Bro.
The consensus #1 overall pick.
Okay, so
By the way, how cool was it that Nubal is the consensus #1 overall pick? This is a guy that basically didn't play TFT for the last 6 months. That historically we talked about like Setsuko, great ladder player, but it never put it together in tournaments. And he like hardcore prep for this tournament, and it's just so clear that he's the best player.
very, very cool. That chest. All right, I'm
That
next on the bet.
chest.
I'm next. I go with Ramblin'. Easy pick for me. All right, Soju.
Yep.
Can you see the player list?
We can see the player list. Can you pull up our list as well, Dan? Is that possible? I just see Soju and Robin, and then I see
Oh.
players, but I don't.
Yeah, sorry.
No, you're good. You're good.
Not. You can see
You're
this is
doing
not
all the
pre-recorded.
production. Yeah, not pre-recorded. Okay, Soju, who do you want third?
Wait, Bryce, does that mean you get 2 picks?
I'm gonna get 4th and 5th. Yeah.
Can I see the tier list that Bryce made?
Huh?
Interesting. He wants to pick relative to
No.
where I have my people.
Veto.
Because I know Bryce won't pick certain people, so
Yeah, just take it off. Just do the full player list, Dan. This is fine.
3rd pick is fucking broken.
3rd pick is really good. I think 3rd and 4th picks are good. Honestly, they're all pretty good picks. I think it's a clear number 1. I think it's a clear number 2 as well, personally at least. So I don't hate any of these picks.
Wait, did you say somebody for 3rd pick?
No, he's
Okay.
Wait,
he's
oh, no, wait,
he's
oh,
omega
where's your-
spreading.
Where's your
No, he's
tier
not.
list?
He's not pulling up. He's not pulling up.
No,
We're just gonna do
I'm not
random.
pulling it up.
Okay. What?
I don't have your list up.
Don't copy other people's homework, bro.
Wait, who was?
You're talking to me that procrastinated qualification for this very tournament. that we
Okay,
were talking about.
Okay, Bryce, can you just not choose Setsuko? Actually, I'll just choose Setsuko. I'm down. Me Setsuko. Bet.
Okay. Who do I want? That's a good pick, by the way. I would have taken Setsuko. Okay, I'm taking Appies for sure.
Okay,
Which this is actually unlucky that I'm 4th pick because I'm pretty sure I could have gotten Appies like the 8th pick, but I don't think there's any world in which Dan would have let him come all the way back to me. So I have to draft him like
Correct.
earlier.
Is a
But-
very accurate statement.
Yeah, that's definitely a bummer for me, but that's okay. I'll take Appies. And then I'm taking. This is so tough because I really do want to pick Milk, but I also really don't want to pick Milk. You're for sure.
No,
picking
he's
Milk
gonna
all
pick
weekend.
Milk.
No,
He's
I'm not.
baiting
Wait,
you.
no,
Bryce,
I'm
don't let
actually
him
not.
bait you.
100% picking Milk.
He's
If I
100%
said-
There's
No,
no
he's
way
doing it.
you're
He's
not
doing it.
choosing this one person. Like, there's no. Okay, it's just go ahead.
Milk is next on my personal tier list.
He's picking
Oh,
milk.
really?
He's picking milk. He's
I'm
picking
picking
milk.
Milk.
He's
I'm
picking
picking
Milk.
Milk.
Oh wait.
Fuck! No, please.
He
I'll
almost
trade you.
regretted
Hey,
it.
Soju, I will trade you Milk for Setsuko right now. You can take it back. You can have Milk. I'll take Setsuko.
Oh, trade offer. Trade offer. Bryce is offering Milk
I
guy. Soju,
I
give
let
up
you have your
Setsuko.
cake and eat it too, bro. I let you pick the thing thinking you were going to game theory it, and then I agree with you that Milk is next. So if you want it, you can have it. That's fine.
Okay, no, okay, I'll trade Setsuko for Milk. Fuck,
Okay.
I thought you were gonna choose Milk, so I chose Setsuko first.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Oh,
I'm down.
all
I have
right.
Setsuko one higher than Milk anyway, so I'm fine
You have
with that.
Setsuko and Appies? What the?
Going
No,
for
no,
his
no,
OP.
we already
Going
won,
for
we
his
already
OP
won,
in this
trust me.
format. All right, now Soju, you're on the clock.
Okay, I'm gonna choose Spencer.
Whoa, bow call.
These guys, they go 6th. Unlucky. Whatever. Run it back. But like, trust me. Like in tournament, they're fucking 1-2. Trust.
I'm gonna go with non-Tom.
Damn, I was really hoping somehow he would make it back to me. That's
There's,
like
there's
obviously
just no way. There's just no.
there's a way. I think there is a way. I think if you had skipped him, then they would have. But maybe I'm wrong.
Robin, you picked two now.
It's my turn, right?
You picked two.
I picked 2. All right, I gotta go with my boy, Daddy Socks.
Okay.
Okay.
Daddy Socks and
If you pass yourself, you're not getting yourself. I
Oh,
promise.
I'll pick myself. I'll pick myself.
Okay.
Oh, all right. That's a pretty baller move. Robin to pick himself.
Soju's gonna be in the exact same spot, by the way. If Soju does not pick himself,
Dan, you can't draft me. It's not. You're not allowed to.
Why would I ever
Soju.
draft you?
Soju,
Okay.
I'm going to draft you. I'm telling you right now. I will draft you if you do not. Draft
Dude,
yourself.
okay.
There is
I
no
can-
way I'm leaving you 2 picks. There's no way. What? All you want to do is like bully me into taking the wrong picks, bro. I put you on notice at least. I gave yourself the chance.
I'm actually gonna go a little bit out of left field in terms of unexpected. I'm gonna go with Dish Soap here.
Oh, I like that pick.
Because I don't think
You got
Dish
the
Soap's gonna come
AP
back to
team.
me.
You have the
I-
AP team.
I don't think Dish Soap's gonna come back to me, and I'm a big believer on AP. I'm betting big on AP.
Okay, I like it. I think Dish Soap was when we talked about the players we moved at the end. Dish Soap we moved like 3 or 4 spots down our list earlier because I think
Yeah,
he was
he
was
went as
struggling
high
a
as
bit.
like 7, then down to like
Yeah.
16, and landed exactly in the middle.
Yeah, but
Okay.
I think Dish Soap is so good.
Okay, how about this?
Just pick
If I
yourself,
don't draft myself, you can't draft me.
What?
He's gonna draft you.
I'm telling you
What?
right now that I am drafting you if you are on the board when I pick. So you can either pick yourself right now.
So I have to fucking draft myself right here.
No, you don't
otherwise you're
have
gonna
to.
choose.
You can also let yourself be on my team. That is totally fine with
No,
me.
I don't
would
wanna be on
love
your
to pick
team.
you.
All right, okay, I'll draft myself. Fuck.
Okay.
Lovely. All right, Bryce, you're on the board. I would love for you to reveal right now that you were never intending to draft. So
No, I was picking him. I was dead serious.
Okay,
I was
okay,
I was
okay,
100% picking him.
There's one pick
in
that
fact,
I think I can predict that you're gonna go right now.
you know I'm picking Goobums, right?
Okay, exactly. That was what I was debating.
Dude.
I was thinking about Goobums.
Dude, 4th pick is so broken.
Both
What?
it's really broken.
It is, but I don't know. I think I could have gotten a good team from any of these spots. Like I'm not a fan of well, yeah, I don't know. We'll see. Obviously it's hard to play out the counterfactual.
Bro.
I would have loved to have drafted first. Let's put it that way. I think first would have been a great spot to draft. I also think Dan's spot was really good too. I think getting Ramblin' Non-Tom is like insane first 2-round value.
No comment on 3rd pick though. Bryce, you're still on the clock.
Yeah. I'm thinking about a few different people.
Pick Goose as top 5? Really? At Milk?
Fuck, am I really gonna take him?
Who's him?
You know what? Fuck it. I'm down. This is. Will he get back to me? This is like way too high for him, but I think it's correct.
I have a feeling it's gonna be.
Do you want to say who it is and then say it?
I think you want to pick Vile.
I do. I really want to pick.
Okay,
Vile.
yeah, I think you want to pick Vile because you're a big believer, and honestly, you could look like a freaking genius if you take him and he does really well.
But you're not. There's no way he gets back to me, right? This is the hard part about picking 4th. Is that like
hard to say? Well, now that we've talked about it out loud. I don't know.
Oh, I mean, I would take Vile next.
All right, fuck. I'm down. I'm taking Vile.
Oh, he baited you, bro. He
I don't
do that.
I don't. No,
he wasn't gonna do that. He's gonna take Goose because Milk told him to
wait.
pick Goose.
Listen, I do not think Soju was going to pick Vile. I think Dan would have picked Vile.
I would have picked Vile.
Vile is still coming back in round 5. There's no way Dan's giving him to me.
Oh yeah, I'm not picking. I'm pretty sure Dan would have picked him though.
Yeah. I don't think Soju was picking him.
No.
I'm gonna ignore Milk. I think I'm gonna go with Asa.
Okay.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Actually, wait.
Huh?
Okay, yeah. I'm gonna go with Asa.
Okay. Let me fill this in just so I understand who's been picked. Okay, my next pick. Man, this is actually hard. Now we're starting to get to like the gamble territory.
Yeah.
Because like it really depends on what version of them shows up. Basically, a lot of these players here that we pick are like really solid, but it really depends. You know what? I'm just gonna go ahead and take the risk here. I'm gonna go with Goose because
I want to deviate.
Yeah, there's no way Robin. Yeah. Robin was taking for sure.
Yeah. I want Goose.
A beast.
I think it's time for him to turn around that reputation that he's not a tournament player. And I think that the fact that he was in chat, even kind of owning up to the mistake, I think it's huge. It's huge.
I love it. I love it. If he somehow he made it to me, I was for sure picking him. But
someone made it to you at like 20th pick. Get real, bro.
Yeah. Fair enough. It's like pretty late already.
Yeah. All right, Robin, 2 picks.
2 picks. Okay, I gotta go with my boy Aniko.
Okay.
I'm starting to think every pick but 3rd pick is broken.
I'm starting to think your drafting strategy is garbage. I would have taken someone different at every single one of your spots, I would take someone different at every single one of your spots, except for the one where you picked yourself. I would have picked you there.
I can't believe you let Bryce sucker you to trading Setsuko for Milk, bro. Oh man,
that was so good for me. That worked out great.
Oh,
no,
Bryce
no,
with
no,
the
no,
finesse of the century.
Yeah, Milk and Tony is a beast. Milk is a
If
beast.
Milk
He is for
doesn't, I expect PayPal. We're chilling.
All right, who else is there? There's Pawn Up left. There's Noster. There's not that many people left, huh?
Yeah,
I'm gonna go with Pawn Up.
Okay. Yeah, these pick spots are so hard, Robin, because when you pass, you just know everyone else you're considering is gonna be gone for the next one. There's like no chance they're coming back to you.
Yep.
I'm just gonna remove a little bit just to make it easier for us visually, since we're starting to get to.
Solus still on the board. Still on the
board. That is correct. Okay, so out of
Wait,
these
am I the
remaining...
very last pick then?
Did I delete 2
No,
many
no, no.
people?
Wait.
Oh, no, we did. We have 7 picks left, so that makes sense.
7 picks left. Yeah, that's right.
I'm gonna go with somebody that's recommended me by Nubal. I'm gonna go with Noster. Noster yesterday was telling me that he thinks Noster's gonna do really well, and he had a really strong case for it. And so, I encourage you to go watch the VOD. I don't want to take too much time to explain it, but basically, he feels like Noster is gonna perform well in tournaments because he's very confident, and confidence goes a long way. That's the summary of it.
The fact that I am getting DQA here, you guys are fucked. I got DQA.
All right,
It's a first.
All right.
Okay.
Bryce, 2 picks.
My final 2 picks. I'm taking Kivix for sure. Too much upside.
Wild card. Actually,
Total wild card. He could easily top 8 from this spot.
What the? Can I trade for any other team? Fuck you, DQA. What? Wait, we're going to win. Wait, what?
Oh man. This spot's
Uh,
tough. I'm actually thinking about picking Solus here. Because
Why?
he's legitimately good in tournaments, and if he's been working at TFT for the last 48 hours, I think he actually can do this. Fuck, I'm picking Solus. I don't fucking care.
all right,
That's
Bryce.
fine.
Thank you. Okay,
What?
business.
Yeah. Let's do this, Solus. I believe. Last pick, high upside. Why not?
Whoa.
Okay, I'm taking Kev Chen. He's always in my chat.
Oh,
and if
damn
he's
it! I
watching
want
the
to
God
take
of TFT,
Kevchin.
If he's watching the God of TFT, he's about to fucking pop off. No cap.
All right. Well, I have better reasoning than that. Okay. Actually, I think Robivan is underrated. I think his tournament performance, he's actually very, very consistent. And the person that highlighted to me was Darth Noob, another very underrated tournament player. And I think I have faith in the Robivan. He's actually
Roby's
low-key, very consistent.
he's up there with Appy's, like the most, the best like tourney. Like
Also,
placements.
Voidson is, like Voidson popped off last regionals as well.
Yeah.
Oh, so I gotta go with my boy Johnny Sins. Let's go. He is super underrated right now because he's the only one that grinded for set 6.5 snapshots. Because he knew he could make it. So he's actually really like he's super knowledgeable about 6.5 right now. I think.
Bro, he's the mayor of fucking Disneyland. What do you mean?
No, he's not. No, he's not. You're the mayor of Disneyland. Johnny Sins is gonna come through. Let's go.
All right. This is good stuff. So I guess we should do a chat poll. Who does chat think has the best fantasy team right now? I guess, is there any other people that want to offer trades before we lock it in?
I mean, I just wanted to say that I drafted the boys. Bryce is sitting here like sweating his ass off, like, oh yeah, like I'll trade you milk for sets. Like, look at this guy. He's sweating so hard, and then just wait until my fucking draft wipes yours.
Oh, I feel like my team is broken.
You have new
That's
battles? Wait, yes. Actually, now that I look at it in
yeah, his
totality,
team's
it's
good.
actually really
Yeah,
good.
his team is good. I agree. I think it's pretty clear Sojo is the worst team.
What?
Dude, don't say that.
I think these are pretty balanced.
Okay,
teams
wait.
overall.
Actually, we have to figure out how we're scoring this. Is it just by placement in the tournament? Like, because we can't do it by point values because it's not fair based off of people who advance. So how are we actually scoring this? We didn't actually talk about this, Bryce. We probably should have talked about it before.
We didn't. Yeah. I mean, I think okay. So the advantage to doing points is that it is it's a big difference finishing whatever the cutoff is. Like finishing 8th versus 9th means that you like advance to a whole other day of the tournament, and you might have low rolled the final day. So not giving any bonus for that feels kind of bad. But I hear where you're coming from, that if you just do points, then this is literally just how many people made the final day, basically.
Right. I actually think that we can just do average placement. I think it's the most fair. And
Okay.
it's a little bit on the bench side, but I think that makes it like the quality of player, and it tests your team instead of just moonshotting like who's going to win the tournament.
Yeah, I do kind of regret that now. We should have talked about it beforehand because my whole Solus pick was a moonshot. Like that was the complete
Every last
flip.
pick's a moonshot, right?
Yeah. I guess that's true.
Yeah.
True. I think I would have taken Robivan
Highest,
if I had known it was average placement. but yeah.
or total average placement lower lower equal better. Okay, that's the way we're gonna do it.
Okay.
All right. Well, believe it or not, boys, that brings us to the end of the show. We have to do a couple of announcements. Let me do this real quick. As you guys can tell, we're talking about regionals, so that's going to be happening tomorrow. Bryce and I will be casting. We are gonna be
Oh,
able to do.
Dan, you got to do a poll really fast. Chat really.
Oh,
Who's the strongest team?
Do I have
No,
any
we won.
mods?
We won.
Come on, chat. You know. Who to
You
pick.
already know who won. Like, don't
No,
even
no,
fucking
no,
worry. I
no,
got Milk
no.
and Spencer.
Soju's team has 3 Valorant players. He drafted a Valorant.
No. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
Robin.
Trust.
I'm doing it right
Bryce.
now. I'm doing it right now.
Okay.
I mean, you're not voting for Bryce. He drafted Solus, bro, and he has no respect.
No respect.
He was trying so hard to trade for Setsuko.
I wasn't
Look
even
at
trying
this
that hard.
guy.
I literally let you pick. You tried to like game the system and get the 2 players you wanted, and I just said, oh, if you really want him, you can have Milk. You can have your boy. I understand.
All right, I got you, Flex, just for future reference. Okay, cool. So actually, let me pull it back up then, just so that people can see.
Robin, your team is trash.
Robin
You're
is
on the team.
smashing.
Yeah,
My team is what?
Okay.
I think
here's
Robin's
the
team is
here's the
good.
team. I think Robin's team's very good.
Okay, who do you guys actually think has the best team though?
What?
Can we like walk through Dan, Bryce, me,
Okay,
and
okay.
Robin?
Yeah.
All right,
I think
Who's the
me.
best
I
team?
think mine and Froden's team are.
So Robin has some of the players who are like. So I really like Nubal. I really like Sox. Obviously, Robin's like just really consistent. I just don't know how to evaluate players like Iniko right now, just because I know yesterday he wasn't feeling too hot about it, so that's why I shied away from him. But I think if he does well, he's shown he's really good in the Innovation Cup, and he's also won multiple tournaments now. Pawnup is actually also one of the most consistent players. You know this player list that we showed earlier? The reason why Pawnup was 4th is because this was ranked by their average placement in tournaments. So that's why Nubal was 1, because he only played 1 tournament and he won it. And then Pawnup was 4th because he's actually been super consistent. So it's actually a really good.
So
pick.
what was my average? Like 7?
Yeah, you were picking towards the bottom most of the time.
Oh, nice.
And then Voisin, I think, is just a wild card. I think everyone's last pick's a wild card. So I think Robin's team
I like
actually.
Robin. I think Robin's team's. I like Robin's team.
I'm pretty sure Robin has the best team. Fuck.
Dan's is really good too, though.
My team is really predicated on the bets that AP is very good. Like if Ramblin and Disop like are not performing well, or even heaven forbid they're in the same lobby a lot of the times and they're like contesting each other and makes it really difficult. That I could get screwed there. And also,
Wait,
think-
who's the AP players, Dan?
There's still been rambling.
There's still been
Rambling.
Oh, Ramblin. Oh, okay.
I think Bryce and Soju's team have really high upside though, like really high, like because like
potential.
because like I think Soju's team, I think Milk, Soju, Spencer, DQA, they're all like kind of like they're really experienced, and they all have like I think Spencer, Milk, and Soju played in regionals finals last set, right? And then DQA went to worlds, so they
Soju-
definitely
yeah,
have a
you
lot
guys
of
are
experience.
Well, Soju picked on pedigree, right? Soju picked on like historical success in TFT. He's there's 2 ways of looking at it. You could say that his team is insanely high upside because when all these people play in form, they're really, really good. So he
Yeah.
also picked like the out of form team, right? Like Milk does not seem to be his best. I kind of agreed with Soju's take from earlier. I think that's kind of real, although Milk's ceiling is so high. I think he's worth a pick there. I think Spencer does not seem to be as locked in as he has been historically. I think Soju's actually in good form relative to his pick. I think Ace has been struggling more recently on the set. DQA has not been playing a ton. He's been playing for 48 hours. So
I think Bryce, your team, it really depends on how well Kivix and Solus can do.
Bryce
because
took
I think
a lot of
everyone
gambles,
except-
actually. He
I
took a lot of gambles.
Playoffs.
In fact,
I took a lot of gambles.
In fact, the theme of Bryce's team is that they're largely unproven in terms of regionals and like high pressure situations. So Bryce took a lot of upside in recent performances and current form, but you know, regionals is a different beast.
Robin won
Okay.
the poll, by the way.
Robin won the
I mean,
poll.
I'm willing to wager that I'm not willing to wager Robin, but I think I'm willing to wager Bryce if we drop Setsuko. Like
Like, he gets
you
5
can
players, he
cancel
gets
out
6?
How does that
You
even
get
make
to-
sense?
Like drop
like
Milk
you
and
you
drop-
can't factor in Setsuko into your average placement.
But then you wouldn't be able to factor in Milk, right? You're trading Milk for Setsuko.
Oh, no trade.
Well, then what? Like, you're just saying you take my second pick and just you don't get it, and then and then you think your team is better than mine?
Oh.
What?
never mind.
Like what the fuck?
Okay, I'm down to wager Dan though.
Huh?
My
Okay.
team is cracked.
What's wrong with my team? My
Dude,
team is
Dan's
really
team,
good.
Dan's team is scary, dude. Dan's team is scary.
Dude, people are saying my team sucks, but I feel like I actually have the second best team. Like,
Yours is
what?
the pedigree team.
Yeah, if you go by like their ladder rankings across all 6 sets, yes, you have a really good team.
I don't get it. Okay, whatever. Okay, I mean, you guys.
I think
We're
everyone's
gonna
team is
come
solid.
back to
though.
this and we win.
I think everyone seemed to solid too. I actually thought it was hard. It was harder for me to find value. I thought I was going to wind up with like picks that I thought, oh my god, this is insane. But I actually am sad I drafted on the end. I would have much rather drafted in the middle. I think I could have found much more value picks 2 or 3.
All right. Well, let's go to the closing and wrap this awesome show up. So regionals is tomorrow. These are the 24 players. Don't really need to talk about it too much more. But the big thing that we've been also graced with this week was the announcement of the World Championship, where NA will be getting 4 slots. So it'll be the 3 top players plus the 4th highest average placer throughout the entire tournament. So every player is incentivized to do well at every single day of competition. EU and China's going to get 5 slots, but the best part is we're going to have 32 players represented, with the prize pool scaling to 300K, which would suck.
How come these bots in Europe get 5 slots?
Huge region.
It's bigger.
It's based off population. They have more players.
Oh, it's not based on skill.
Based on population. By the way, if it were based on skill, they would have to do it based on historic Worlds performance, because I don't know what else they could choose, and EU has outperformed NA at Worlds.
No. Milk went 3rd. We're chilling.
Yeah, Ramcav went 3rd too. NA actually is not bad. Actually, NA is not bad. You know, the sleeper region that actually does really well is Japan. They actually have like a player that goes far every tournament. Whether or not you actually think they deserve it based on their play is a different discussion, but they've been doing well every single World so far.
Yeah, I can't remember what the guy's name was, but he had a terrible last day. Nukamaro was so bad on the last day.
Bro, he was not playing the same game.
It was so bad on the last day.
It was bad. When he played like Vel'Koz, he had like the freest Vel'Koz 3 first, and he somehow like almost lost it.
I think he only played Aphelios, and Aphelios was bad in the meta.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Anyways, this will be the World Championship schedule. Day 1, Day 2, Day 3, and we'll have North America finally living up to potential and winning it all. And that brings us to the end of the show.
Huzzah.
Sorry, I'm exiting out of all these. I have like a billion tabs open on my computer. All right, let's get some final thoughts and words from everybody before we wrap it up. It's been a wonderful 2 hours. Let's go ahead and start off with Robin.
Oh, thanks. Shout out to Bryce and Dan for having us on the show. And good luck to all the regional players tomorrow. You know, even though it's a competition, you know, I hope everyone high rolls. And good luck to everyone. And whoever makes it is gonna, I know it's gonna make NA proud. All right.
What a good guy, Robin. Such a good human.
No flaming from me. Go Soju.
All right, great. Soju.
What? Oh, yeah. I mean, thank you guys for setting it up. Thank you, Bryce. Thank you, Dan. I get like, dude, fucking regionals. This is the most fun anyone. I don't know if other people are having as much fun as I am, but like the regionals week is fucking lit. And like, I don't know if it's the same for the viewers or whatever, but as a player, playing in this tournament is the only time you feel stressed, and like the stress is like a good thing. And hopefully next set won't be as bedge in terms of competitive. Also competitive. Oh, I just wanted to point out before we go into regionals, just because you bought 4 does not mean you played bad. There is a high chance you just got straight up griefed, especially in prismatic lobbies. If it is prismatic and your favorite streamer goes the fastest 8th of all time, it's because most of the time prismatics are the most imbalanced shit in competitive lobbies. Anyway, yeah.
Augment diff.
Hopefully we don't get prismatics. Oh, also synaptic. Oh my god. Badge. But yeah, other than that, I think it'll be a really good tournament.
Can we ban synaptic at regionals? Because I
mean, I'd be down, but I don't think they're willing to. But anyway, yeah, I think it'll be a lot of fun.
There's no way they would.
What happens if you get true justice?
They're trying to pull it. They disabled it.
Oh, okay.
Oh, they disabled it?
Yeah. All right. Well, that was very touching, Soju. Thank you. Bryce, any final words?
Thank you guys for coming on. It was a super fun show. You guys were great. I feel the same way about regionals week as Soju. I'm working the bare minimum this week. I mean, I am working because we got a lot of stuff going on, but like I'm trying to hang out and watch the in-house as much as I can. it is so fun to see all the players on the server really sweat at the same time. It really is like what Soju was talking about earlier in terms of how much people take tournaments earlier in the set seriously. It is for sure at least true that is what happens, right? I think we can argue about the competitive formats, but the reality is this is the only tournament of the set where everybody basically shows up and brings whatever version of their A game they can at that time. There's obviously not going to be 100% of the players at that level, but basically everyone is. And so it's just so fun to watch them go at it. And I can't wait to see what happens this weekend.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Regionals week is what TFT competitive can be. I really hope that Rise sees the enthusiasm and how people are rallying behind it. Great content's being made. This is the best episode, the most fun I've had yet. And I can't wait to do more. So one thing I want to say is if you want to support the show, the best thing you can do is just follow our show account on Twitter so we can let you know when we're posting VODs and whatnot. And it helps us to potentially get sponsors. We're doing this out of pocket. We don't make a single cent off of it. So we really appreciate that everyone's able to just like follow the podcast feed or follow us on Twitter. I posted the links in chat. And then with that, I also want to ask, Robin, are you streaming afterwards? I can just toast you right there.
Oh, yeah, I'm down. In-houses? In-houses?
Yeah, I'm down.
Right.
We're in the lobby right now. Join.
Oh,
You guys
really?
are playing during this podcast?
No, they said Setsugo said, "Bro, this Soju guy is on some good drugs." And Nico says, "This guy is legit the worst businessman I have ever heard." I think that's when I traded Setsugo for milk.
Yeah. That sounds right.
Wow. Let's
But
just hope
whatever.
that Soju's team management in game is not like his fantasy team management out of game. And with that, this has been Don't Talk If You Don't Know episode 4. Our next episode is going to be May 5th in 2022. After TFT Worlds, we're going to do a final episode to wrap up the best players definitively of all of Gizmos and Gadgets. That's right. We're going to have either Ramblin' or Mort Dog as our guest. Both have said they're interested. We're going to see if we can make it work. It'll be a really fun episode, and that'll be the definitive power ranking for the entire set. The player get to say they're number 1 for all of set 6 and 6.5. Robin, are you live? I've stalled long enough.
Yeah, I'm live. I'm already in the game.
We're about to do carousel.
All right.
And
Peace
your
out.
Twitter-
Go check out
Bye.
Robin's stream. Switch up to you/Robinsongz.